Right now, Farpoint toys and collectibles. From retro to right now. It's time for Bartertown. It's time for Bartertown.
Okay, that was funny. I was not expecting that. That was good.
Hello.
That was good.
Yes, hi, hello.
That was good.
Eclipse calling.
It's the tuck phone.
It's
Total
not
eclipse of the
wrong,
heart.
like, what is even happening
That was
here?
actual video.
That was actual. So what you guys just saw there, other than Tucker, was actual video of the eclipse, the totality of the eclipse that we witnessed with our own eyes in Plattsburgh, New York this week. We're going to talk about that a little later in the stream.
First, what do we do?
First, I'm going to apologize for my voice again this week. I have tea. This is my hot little honey tea, hot honey.
Hot honey.
Hot honey and chicken strips. What was it?
What?
Hot honey chicken. Remember our nicknames?
Oh, God.
Hot honey chicken.
Penelope, I've had so many nicknames.
No, it was a Wawa sign, and we said it was our new nicknames: Hot Honey and something chicken.
That's what they called
He was gonna be Hot Honey, and I was gonna be the chicken. I forget.
All right.
Mike Doherty is watching. We were just asking ourselves before the stream if we thought Mike would be watching. I said probably not. Everybody else said yes, so they won. Hello, Mike. It's nice to see you. BFC.
Mike, the owner of today's sponsor and the sponsor of It's a Toy Show. So first of all, I'm Justin.
Yes, I'm
No, you're not
Penelope.
yet.
I'm
There you
Penelope
are.
with my scratchy voice and my hot honey.
You can tell by the things down there, those are our names. We are Farpoint Toys. I want to welcome our VIPs first.
Yes.
We have a super secret VIP group that got to see some of
Listen,
this stuff.
every week you say it's super secret. Nobody ever listens to me. They only listen to you. Stop saying it's a secret. It is not a secret. We want everyone to know about it.
I don't want anybody to know about it because somebody's going to copy it. And they're going to...
That's already been done, man.
Oh.
Everything that we do, other people have to copy. Everything. Pretty soon, someone's gonna be growing a beard and having long hair. Like it's to the point now. Have you guys ever heard of the movie Single White Female? I feel
Please
like,
elaborate.
Well, the plot of the movie is that this lady's looking for a roommate, so she puts an ad out, like just a legitimate needs a roommate to help with bills. I'm a single white female looking for similar to share an apartment with, and someone moves in with her, and pretty soon starts stealing her clothes. And cuts her hair in the same cut.
Doing a toy show the same day she does.
And changes her name and stuff like that. Does a toy show the same day as her.
Yeah.
Starts calling vendors to try to snipe them out.
So
with their rusty buckets.
We
that's
are a toy show here in
toy
southern
store.
New Jersey. The toy store that has a toy show.
Yes.
This is a claim sale. I promise. We got a bunch
Eventually.
of N64. We got some Nintendo.
So all of the Nintendo I priced.
We're crawling, so it's a claim sale now.
It's kind of on hold. So we'll figure this out.
Yeah, we got VIPs that want to claim some stuff early. We're going to give them some prices. They get
Yeah.
dibs, to be honest with you. My buddy Dan SpongeBob is here. I gave my buddy a
So the scroll is scrolling? Should we talk about
yeah.
the
So
scroll?
this is a claim sale.
Yes.
We will be showing you an item on one of our many cameras.
Eventually, yes.
That's not on a dog.
Yes.
We will say a price. We'll describe the item and then say a price. Once we say the price of the item, the first person to type the name of the item and the word claim or give me or we got to know you want it in the comments.
We got to know you want it and what you want.
The first person that says it, you'll hear this noise. That means that person got it. You're either on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, a fax machine. I don't know what you're watching us on right now, but all that's conglomerated. All those comments.
A Sony Watchman
next to a Tamagotchi, next to my wife. And our boss Selena behind the counter there.
Yes.
Will ring the bell, and that means we shut up, and that person gets it.
So let me take over for you.
Certainly.
Any claims you make, if you are a VIP, your stuff will ship for free anywhere in the United States. If you are not a VIP, we ask that you claim at least $20 worth of stuff in order to get free shipping in the United States.
There are so many bonuses to being a VIP.
Dude, I honestly can't believe we actually were originally only going to do free shipping for the higher level VIPs, and then like I think we slipped one day accidentally and said it was everybody and just went with it after that. For $5 a month, essentially, you get free shipping on anything you buy from us. It's insane.
A Cambodian refugee child.
Stop.
Oh.
You made me lose my flow. If you claim less than $20, or if you are an international buyer of any type, we are going to have to charge you exact shipping. We do not make money on shipping. Our shipping rates are what the USPS tells us they are. That is all we've got going on there. At the end of the stream, we will send you a checkout link that you can use any debit card, credit card, checking account, PayPal balance to pay. You do not need a PayPal account, though, in order to check out. If you make a claim and you have never done so before, please do us a favor. Message us. Primarily, Facebook is best. Just shoot the business page a message so we can open contact with you.
If you have any questions or need any of that reiterated, ask it in the comments.
Yes.
We have a lot of people who are regulars and will answer you, or we will address it directly yourself. So, you want to jump into, like, you got to finish pricing some stuff, right?
So, all of the Nintendo 64 games are priced.
Oh, all right. Let's start with those then.
The Genesis is priced. A few of the other weird Star Trek things
Captain Kirk
are priced.
You won't give me the Genesis device?
The Hello Kitty phone is priced.
Okie doke.
There's a pile of Nintendo here that is not priced yet. And there's also a pile that a VIP asked about that I have not heard back on. So I'm not going to release that for sale until I have seen... I tagged them to make sure they saw. We're running a little late today. Tara said the VIP community is worth it, in her opinion. Plus the other perks. Jack said we are a fun group of people. Speak for yourselves. I'm not fun. Y'all are fun. I'm not fun.
Oh, I'm fun. I'm so much fun.
I'm the opposite of fun.
Tucky's fun.
So this is children. Scooch closer. Let's go to camera 2 real quick.
Are we? How do you want it? So I just threw these. I just threw these out here. You might want to put them up on the roundabout, like one at a time or whatever.
I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room first.
On camera 2.
Does that look okay to you?
Does what look okay to me?
Hello Kitty.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful. She's awesome.
Right. I'm going to go to that first.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure she's unused because like the plastic is still on the stuff. Like you peel it off like the thing.
She's a landline.
She's a landline.
Can I get to it now?
Go ahead.
And you doing what you're doing or something?
You want me to keep pricing things while we're
Didn't
live?
you need to like address some VIPs?
I did.
Get some prices together?
I did.
So do that.
That's done.
Oh. Okay. Andrew.
Yes. Which I said a minute
Because
ago.
I can do that thing. I can burn some time talking about this. Because I'm going to explain to the children how telephones worked back in the Stone Age.
So can you turn that down because it's distracting? So you want me to try to focus on pricing stuff that's unpriced?
No, if you've already done your thing.
Well, there's still a pile of Nintendo games here.
I mean, it can't hurt.
They can't hurt then.
I guess it can't hurt.
So this is what we used to call a telephone back in the, I would say, 90s and 80s. And you would pick up this. This is the cell phone part. You would recognize this as a cell phone. But it's actually attached to Hello Kitty. And then she would plug into those things called landlines. And this was a telephone line that would plug into your wall in your house. And then it would go from your wall in your house out to the lines on the street where electric is. And that's how electric gets to your house. It's not Wi-Fi. And your phone call would go from this line into this phone, into your house wall, out of your house, into the lines of the street, and go all the way down that line to Nebraska if you were calling your cousin Sally. And that's how a phone would work.
It's called a receiver, said Jack.
Yeah, and you would receive the call.
Selena, can you put a pin
And you
in
would say,
Mike's comment?
I have it.
Yeah.
Cousin Sally in
We'll get to
Nebraska,
that.
I'm talking to you, and we're talking on a line. It's not cell phones or Wi-Fi
There was none.
or secret internet satellites.
Internet? What are you even saying?
I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm just trying to explain the fact that we have gone so far from this technology.
How am I supposed to focus on this?
This is almost, if you ever see a picture or a video of two kids that are neighbors, and they have cups, and they have a string between the cups.
Yeah, it's
and
stretched
they
between the buildings.
Are
in
they
the
drinking
city.
out of cups?
No, they can talk to each other through the cups because the string vibrates.
Is it two girls with a cup?
No, certainly not. It's
So
two cups.
It's not your turn to talk now.
It's this archaic technology, and I want your
cracked
parents
myself
to
up.
explain it better than I did to you. There was even an older version of this where you would probably recognize that, right? That shows
is
up
Greg,
on your phone.
I'm sorry, is Greg watching? If Greg is watching, Greg 125, let me know ASAP before I get to it. 125, I answered you in the group, 125.
How did you text on those? Morse code, yep.
Oh, Oscar got the box. I sent him some GI Joes. I've been selling some GI Joes. So you can't text on this. It would make noises like boop beep bop boop bop when you dialed, and ones that were out before this were they call it dialing a phone because it was a dial, because it was a round thing where you would push the number and do that. It would go.
I can't focus.
If you had the right,
I can't focus.
why are you still talking? If you had the right, if you had the right tones on a little cassette recorder and you played them into the phone, if you played them into a payphone, you could make all manner of special calls.
Because those tones are what told the phone to do what it was doing.
Yep.
I get that. You could hack.
You could basically make long distance.
That was
calls
like
for
hacking
free.
before hacking.
Yeah.
Like
Phone
there was no
freak.
computers.
The word is freaking.
Yeah, so you could freak. You could
Phone.
go be a
You
freak
can get your
show.
freak on.
You could
Be a phone
freaky
freak.
deaky. That was that you know you're a nerd when you were hacking stuff before there was even computers. Like that's serious.
Well, I mean, computers have existed since like the 60s.
You understand what I mean? Before
You mean personal.
Before they went
Yeah.
mainstream.
yeah.
Greg, did that yes mean yes you want the Genesis or no? Let me know. 125. I'm speaking directly to Greg. No one else can listen. 125. It's 100% complete, 100% working. Inserts, everything in the box. It's beautiful. Mwah, chef's
My
kiss.
man Chris Wild just made a reference to. Now this is before our time, which is really old. My grandparents and his grandparents probably.
Slam ring that bell.
Oh,
Ringing a bell, yes to the Genesis.
Genesis device. Congratulations. That's a box of beautiful Genesis that our friend
And
Kevin
he
Grant
promises
went
he'll
over.
come in next weekend, he said.
Yeah, you got a nice pile here, my man.
I don't mind, man.
So you were used to pick up the phone and say, "Operator,
Operator.
Get me.
Southampton 627," and it would ring
And
your
they would-
cousin Sally in
They
Southampton.
would literally.
You and Sally.
The
What's
operator would
Sally?
literally unplug
Well,
one
everybody has a
wire
cousin
and plug it
Sally.
into
I don't
another
have
one.
a cousin Sally. Everybody has an Uncle Bob.
So this is a working.
true.
If you still listen, kids, walk around your house and you might see a little weird plug. It's not. Don't put your finger in it.
It looks like a network.
Or anything
It looks
else.
like a network cable except smaller.
It
Don't put
does.
anything in it. Don't put anything except the correct
You might be able to
appliances.
plug this in and use it. I don't know if people still have landlines. We do not. But this is a working Hello Kitty phone, and it could be yours for $40.
I had 50 on it.
I put 40 on it.
Well, I don't want to ship it for 40.
All right. It's $50 if we're shipping it. 40 if you're picking it up.
I like that.
It's a nice compromise.
She's a little angel or something.
She's a fairy.
She's a fairy. She's got her
Little
wings
fairy
and her
wings.
little fairy
She's really
stick,
cute. It lights up.
if you say
Probably
so.
when it rings.
It's got the power cord here.
Yeah.
It's basically unused. It's got its book.
It still has the plastic on it that you're supposed to pull off. It's
Yeah,
really
it's got the
cute.
plastic protector. It actually is digital, which is it's not as old as you would think.
It's a digital
it's
analog.
90s. Yeah.
No Knights of the Round, Oscar.
I was gonna say
So-
we'll be going through it.
I hope that all of my explanations of telephones made you. You know, as a child, as a teenager, as a young Justin, I would spend hours in this position, hours talking about nothing
Ooh, it's not Journey
with my
to the
friends.
Center.
We had a thing called three-way calling, where I would call a friend and they
It's
would
not,
call another
it's not
friend.
as cool as it sounds.
And then if they had three-way, you could get another three-way calling, and it was like a phone orgy.
It was like
It was-
it's like a conference
4G.
call except not
It's
work.
called a 4G.
Yeah, it was never work.
4G.
It was always this. Yo,
The texting.
Or
yo,
or one of my favorites.
yo.
Okay, did you hear this new one by Guns N' Roses? Listen.
What do you feel like doing? You want to come get me? What are you doing?
Well, I can come over if I can get a ride, but I can't get a ride.
Where you
I
at?
can't focus.
Who
I
can
can't
come pick me up?
focus.
I miss those
Dan
days.
likes three ways. I heard that about you, Dan.
It's gonna be one of them shows.
Every one of our shows is one of them shows, Justin. Have you never?
Currently in Georgia, builders are still required to run landlines.
They probably
Wow.
are. They probably are here in Jersey too. Like I don't know.
I don't know about required.
Yeah.
I don't know any build. Oh, I don't know
We
any builders.
cut all when we renovated the
We
building.
tore 'em all
We
out.
tore them all out because we're never
Yeah,
and they were just
yeah.
everywhere in here.
Jack's home got remodeled before we moved, and there's no phone lines in it.
To the earth.
Ultralager, call my cousin every week and be on the phone for hours. Usually talking wrestling. Do you guys remember when you used to pay for long distance? I got
Why?
so much trouble.
I was going to bring that up. I got burned pretty hard by.
Well, Mays
long-distance
Landing was
bill.
long distance from Atlantic City.
Yep.
I know.
Your mom probably was pretty upset by that. Yeah,
Everything
once I
was
started getting
long-distance
friends in
from
Mays
where I lived.
Landing, it was brutal.
Yeah.
Because we would get charged by how
Per
far
minute.
away you were calling someone.
Which is
now
insanity.
that's not a thing anymore.
That's insanity.
And by how long you talked too.
It's
Per minute.
It's
10,
so
10,
weird
20, I remember that.
how much things have changed in the last even
Yeah.
30 years.
In 1987, my mom started teasing a big Christmas present. And, she was doing it on purpose, knowing how I was, that I wasn't going to be able to not find out what it was. And finally, she pretended to cave in and tell me what this big thing was going to be. I was 16, I think. And she hands me this piece of paper, and it's probably about a 4x6, about the size of an old photograph picture of this paper. And it's got like a little bell. It's got a little silhouette of a bell on the top, and it's got like a blue and yellow stripe across the top. And it's got a whole bunch of phone numbers listed on it. And I'm like, oh, hey, this is pretty cool. My friend's phone numbers are on that. What's this about?
Like 17 times their phone numbers are on
And
it.
she hands it to me, and she says, just like that, her voice turned cold. She said, I'm going to pay your $400 phone bill, and don't you ever do that to me again. I was like, okay then. I guess that happened.
So two people you want to talk about making a parent mad for no reason. Ultraliger and Chris just said this when they realized that 976 numbers were a thing.
Yeah, yes.
Now,
those were
I
more
did not
expensive than regular
have
calls.
a Hello Kitty phone when those were out, which would have been really awkward. But yeah, when I was a earlier pubescent teenage boy,
just an explorator.
those phone numbers cost my parents a lot of money.
Yeah, the
So
regular
not
phone.
much has changed. In all that time, is what I'm
Regular
hearing.
phone numbers were like 25 cents a minute, or like in the peak time, or 5 cents a minute, or some shit, some stuff. Those special numbers that you could hear to get like you could call them and they were recordings. You could get your lottery numbers, or you could hear about TV
horoscopes.
stuff, or horoscopes. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
big, or stock tips, or you could speak to.
Oh, you could check the surf. Yeah, we used to
yeah.
call Brigantine like check
Yeah.
the surf results. For,
Yep.
you know.
Or you could speak to lonely people like yourself who also wanted special friends.
Yep.
And those were very pricey. Those were more like, $1,
And-
$1 a minute maybe.
And you could crank call people and they wouldn't know who's calling because there was no caller ID
Yeah,
originally.
remember those days?
Where you could just like call and be like,
Oh,
Greg
Greg
I'm
said
outside your window.
there was, I gotta scroll up a
Yeah,
little
there's
bit.
actually a bunch of comments that we missed there.
Yeah, there was a 900 number trivia contest in X-Men comics back in the day. Greg said he literally called 50 plus times. He won the top 3 prizes, but once his parents got the phone bill, they wouldn't let him call to claim them. Let me see what's up. Oregon's area code was 541 for 90% of the state. They changed parts of the state to long distance, but because it was mostly 541, you didn't know what was long distance versus what was normal. until
Same
you got
here.
the yeah.
We were all 609, but it was still long distance
we
after
had-
a certain amount
we
of
had
way.
tiers of it. There was long distance, like true long distance, like Nebraska or New York or something, and then there was regional toll, which was where from Buna to Mays Landing or Mays Landing to Atlantic City would burn your hours.
Wow. This was a great conversation just because of a Hello Kitty thing.
Oscar called the White House from his grandmother's house in Puerto Rico at like 3 or 4.
We called
Oh.
the Pope.
We called the
once.
Pope. We absolutely called the Pope.
Yeah, the Pope had his own number, and we called the Vatican.
I'd like to call the White House.
I used to spin the globe and call where my finger landed.
Wow.
That was a fun hobby until the phone bill came in. I think that was that same $400 phone bill. I think that's part of. I think this is part of how that happened.
Me and friends used to. We once we heard the Jerky Boys tapes, it was over, and we all thought we were the Jerky Boys. You know what I mean?
I like what Mike said. Sleep is cool, so I can read. Remember needing a CD to get onto AOL, and then the phone bill that would come
Yeah,
after?
if you picked the wrong phone number to call
Yeah.
from your computer.
Yes, we had a Prodigy for a short period of time.
I worked for an ISP, and every now and then somebody's kid would pick the wrong number because it wasn't. We didn't pick the number for them. Like we gave them a list of all our numbers, and it was on them to pick the right one. Every now and then somebody or their kid would pick the wrong one and get a whopping phone bill and hit us up to try and pay it, and we would just have to explain no.
All right.
Anyway, we should sell
Let me
some stuff.
price one more game, and then I'll be done. Like, I'm done. And then I can focus on this.
Greg said he saw that awful Jerky Boys movie at the Tilton about 5 times. I remember them.
You got prices on the 64s?
I
How
do.
did you? Was it a fire starter?
But you're going to want to, like, pull them up one at a time or something. Do you need more of these?
Yeah, give me a couple of those. Let's jump into some N64. Nobody wants Hello Kitty, that's fine. It'll go to our spot at Farpoint 3 in Woodbury. Well, I mean, it'll come here too.
It can go
The
anywhere.
doubles will go to Woodbury.
All right, let me just double check the claim group. I did tag
There's some
our
good.
VIP.
There's some good games here. Some good meat and potatoes N64 games.
I really like playing old video games. One of my favorite recent Christmases was that one where we sat around all day playing old Nintendo. It was Genesis, wasn't it?
So I set up our old Atari and our old Sega Master System.
Yeah.
And we were like, we're gonna play Atari all day, and we played Atari games for like 20 minutes. And
They're
we're like,
hard.
This
They're very
is
hard.
hellish.
They're so
Why?
hard.
Whoever enjoyed this crap, this is
Nintendo's
hellish.
hard.
They're hard.
So we stopped playing the Atari and went to Sega Genesis. We played Carmen Sandiego,
That was fun.
which I think was probably my favorite game
Yeah.
for Sega.
Space Harrier.
Space
Why did
Harrier
I
is
suck
really
at that
good.
so much? Why was that so hard?
It's better when you're in the chair and you move around. All right.
Oh man, that's a good game right there.
There's a lot of good games in here. There's a lot of. This is a really cool game.
All right, well
good
let's start
Nintendo
right here.
game.
Camera 2, we're up.
We're on camera 2.
This is, it looks like Star Wars Pod Racer N64.
All right, they're all out of order, so you're gonna.
That's all right. I'll take. We'll let you get.
I'm not a big
your time.
Episode 1 fan, but I would play a pod racing game just because I like racing games.
It's actually a fun N64 game.
Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer game, $8.
$8.
$8.
So like, spend 20, get free shipping if you're
Yep.
a VIP. Don't sweat it.
Domestically.
You
You
guys
gotta
always
say
get
it.
that, right?
You gotta say
Gotta
it.
say the magic
you gotta
words.
say it.
Next N64 game is.
Hold on, we got a Greg claim. The racers, pod racers.
Thank you,
Has to be
Greg.
pod racers. Is the only item we've talked about.
I can't read what this is. Looks
Oh,
like an
man.
NFL game.
I forgot to bring a tub in for
FIFA,
claims.
FIFA. I want
FIFA.
to say 90.
FIFA 99 is
Yeah.
$10. $10.
Wow, really? More than Star Wars.
I'm gonna go grab a tub.
Please hold
FIFA
it.
99 is
You know
$10.
what? You're right. $8.
$8. FIFA 99, $8.
Behind the scenes at Farpoint, this is how we
You're
practice.
looking at how the sausage is made. We made some sausage today earlier at VIP Sunday. Kevin came in, Alex came in, and we talked about a lot of sausage here in the store.
I feel like
talked
that's
about
loaded,
seppuku.
but I don't want to know how.
We talked about how lacrosse is a French word.
What? Are we talking about this again?
We talked
Apparently.
about we had like language day. We did Japanese and French.
Oh yeah, we talked about sabotage.
Sabotage.
Listen, all y'all, this is sabotage.
Yeah. How about has it made? It's made of a wooden shoe or something.
Yes.
Nobody wants to see FIFA. What is this
We
one?
said $8
I
on
can't
FIFA, right?
see it.
Yeah.
It's probably Wave Rider. It looks like it's Wave Rider.
Oh, Wave Rider.
That
Or
would be.
Wave Race. I mean,
Yeah,
I
Wave
think
Race.
it's Wave Race. Is
I
that
enjoy
Wave
that
Race?
too. There's a wakeboarding game on the old Wii that I absolutely freaking love.
If that's Wave Race, it's $8. I think it's Wave Race.
Let's make sure. Yoink.
Yoink.
Wave Race.
Yeah, $8 on Wave Race.
Next one has a dog.
I'm gonna drink some more tea.
The next
so
one
it's
is
mostly honey.
Oh,
Is that a Diddy Kong? What is that?
Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing.
It's a good
Diddy
one.
Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing. $18 on Diddy Kong Racing.
$18.
So specific, right? So
Dan,
specific.
enjoy your dinner. I'm hoping you're having some pineapple with it. I'll probably see you Tuesday. Next is GoldenEye. There's 2 of them. This is, if you have an N64, it is by law, you have to own this game.
Yeah, if the Pinkertons find out you don't have it, they come to your house and beat you up.
And they won't send James Bond.
$25. I got 2 of them.
2 of them. Dos. Oh man. You want to talk about classic? Why aren't we keeping some of these games?
Because listen. Oh my God, are we? Do you want to?
Mario Kart 64.
I've got $35 on Mario Kart.
Andrew C.
Yes,
Can I claim
Andrew.
from what you
Yes,
posted earlier?
please.
Actually, here's how we'll do that, Andrew.
I
There's
shot
games.
you the prices on the
I shot
phone.
you.
Now that we're live,
Yeah.
we will, Andrew, we'll go over the ones you asked about. You say yes or no. If you say no, we'll go on that it will be available for
I
claims.
like that.
Otherwise known as Farpoint
That way-
Puffer Pass.
Yeah. So you get dibs because you're a VIP. You asked about it in the VIP
This is
group.
your pile right back here, Andrew.
So we'll go over them right now.
You want to finish this line you did, and then we'll do that?
I just finished the line.
Oh, in that case, yeah.
So
Andrew has discerning tastes.
Andrew-
Andrew's one of our VIPs. He asked some questions in the VIP group. it took me forever to answer him, so we're gonna interrupt ourselves
We
here.
had a busy
and
day
let
here
him-
of
We had a lot-
sausage making.
We had a lot going on, yeah. We were making a lot of sausage today, wheeling and dealing.
All right.
Here, we're just gonna hand you the whole pile. I would take them out of the sleeves to
I'm
show
going
them
to.
off.
Yep. Man, that's a great pile.
I decided any of the Nintendo games that are over $20 can get a sleeve because there's a bunch
I
of
have
sleeves.
a question.
Yes.
And it's not that I want to do it.
Uh-uh.
We collect vintage systems.
Yeah,
But we don't collect vintage games.
we do.
Okay.
So we have an extensive collection of Nintendo games. We've a pretty okay collection of Super Nintendo. We only recently got a Nintendo 64, I think, so we don't really have many 64 games.
All right.
Andrew fell asleep.
Andrew, I feel that.
I know we're boring.
I'm gonna be doing that very soon myself.
Yeah, I'm going to bed early.
I'm right there with
tonight,
you. This is a great.
These
so
got. I didn't know they had manuals.
There's a few of them that have
All right.
manuals, yeah.
This is kind of rare. It's
All
the
right.
gray
Yes.
Zelda.
So Andrew, we're talking directly to you. You can puff or pass on each one, and once he passes, if he passes, that'll open it up to everybody else.
Yep.
This is a very rare gray Zelda.
People think the gold one's rare. Nope.
So not only does it have its manual, it also has the original map as well,
Oh, dude.
which is a big deal.
No Zeldas, he says.
We had $50 on
Yeah.
the Zelda.
All right. So Andrew doesn't want it. We got $50 on the gray Zelda with the map
Oh,
and
The map and the book.
the book.
That's a big
and,
deal.
And a sleeve. The
And
original
sleeve,
Nintendo
yeah, you get a sleeve. If your Nintendo game's over $25, you get a
So
sleeve.
he said no Zeldas, which means you don't want to link to the past. Gold version, again, which is rarer than the gray version.
Gold
It's
Link,
weird
Gold Link, $15
with a sleeve.
with. Well, I said over 25, but I guess you can have a sleeve.
Oh no, then no, it doesn't get a sleeve.
You can have a sleeve. It's gold.
Do we have a lot of sleeves?
We have some sleeves. It's gold, and it tends to get. So this one will be more, but the gold is kind of worn. If it was really shiny, it would probably be more.
That looks like Metroid with a.
That is Metroid with its manual.
Wow.
I've got 35 on it. Now, what's interesting about that one is that it's the yellow label, not the older gray label.
Andrew would like to claim Metroid, and Casper's asking, were the gray ones the re-release?
Yeah, second releases. Yeah. Well, no. What's funny is
Weren't they the first?
no.
The first one was gray first and then gold.
I
and
don't.
Then...
No, I don't think so with Legend of Zelda. I think gold was first, but I think Adventures of Link. I think gray was first and gold was second.
Okay. I'm not going to pretend to know. I'm not sure. I know that they're opposites, whatever they are. That's what I know.
Super Mario 3. I love this game.
$15 on Super Mario 3. It's the three screw version. Yes, there are different screws and stuff like that. It's insane.
Andrew
Andrew
on
gets
Mario
dibs
3.
on that.
Oscar said gold was first.
I know that with the first one. Solomon's Key.
Solomon's Key. $10 on Solomon's Key.
How much was Super Mario 3?
Super Mario 3 was 15. Who's next?
Andrew's next. Solomon's Key on the claim.
Andrew's just killing it.
Andrew
Andrew, I'm
knows what he
sorry I
likes.
didn't answer you sooner. It took me a minute to actually price this stuff. Careful with him. You alright? Want to put up the next one? I got you. What? Alright. Oh, I couldn't move it over too.
Deja Vu is next. Andrew.
Deja Vu, $14 on Deja Vu. Not to be confused with the nightclub.
Patrick likes video game
And
Burger
then
Time.
next is Burger Time. It has a sticker on the front.
Oh, Burger Time. I loved that
There's
game.
a sticker on the front. Oh, yeah. $12 on Burger Time because it's got the sticker.
That's a yes on Deja Vu from Andrew.
Again, remember, Andrew gets dibs on these because these were in a VIP. This is what happens when you're a VIP. Andrew was in a VIP group, specifically asked about these.
He would also like Burger Time, please.
All
Yeah,
right.
he specifically asked about these.
I wrote Burger Time as who claimed it. That's
We
not
were looking
correct.
them up.
So this is really cool.
Ghostbusters is having Toys R Us flashbacks.
This is the
Right.
old school. This is Punch Out after they kicked Mike Tyson off of it.
Yeah.
So they didn't keep. Mike Tyson got pretty problematic there, and
It's a nice way to put it.
they
Yeah,
took his name off of it.
mildly.
So this is Punch Out post Mike Tyson.
It's still a decent game, $25 on
Who do you
Punch-Out.
fight at the end of it? What's the guy's name?
Tyke Mason.
I was going to try to think of something funny, but I don't have it.
He's gonna pass on Punch
All right,
Out.
so pass on Punch Out. It means it's open to the
Why are
group.
you shipping this
How
week?
much was
I
it?
don't understand the question. $25.
I don't know who asked that question about shipping. What did you buy, Sheik?
I don't understand the question. Let's continue. Passing on Punch Out. Mr. Dream is the name of the person that you fight.
Cool. Classic. Duck Hunt.
Mario Duck Hunt. Mario Duck Hunt. $10 on Mario Duck Hunt.
You fight O.J. Simpson at the end, but the gloves don't fit.
That's
wow.
awesome.
So, Mike, I'm actually
going
to take
room stuff right there.
Right,
and that's a claim on Muck Hunt.
Mike had an interesting question. So we're going to talk about Mike a little more later on, because Mike owns Blunt Force Consulting, who's one of the sponsors for It's a Toy Show this year.
Did he pass on Punch Out?
He did.
He did. And also sponsoring today's Bartertown, just because we felt like throwing him a little
more
love.
Can I do the blurb? I didn't do the blurb.
You can do it now. Mike asked if there are any other sponsorship opportunities for It's a Toy Show. Garrett, do we have any other available slots?
Yeah, we do.
For sponsors?
Yep.
If any other local businesses or not so local businesses are interested, there are a few other sponsorship opportunities available.
Contact us for opportunities to get your name out there. What is this right here?
That's Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario with its
With its book.
With its book.
Dr. Mario with his
I
manual.
like Dr. Mario too. I was pretty good at that.
Oh, classic.
Oh,
Castlevania.
Oh, that's a classic.
Classic. $25 on Castlevania. If I didn't already own it, that would be coming home with us, definitely.
Oh.
How cool is this little rack that Bill dropped off today?
It's very cool.
Dr. Mario claiming Andrew claiming Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario claiming Andrew.
Yeah. You don't have any sanitizer back here, do you?
It's on the counter, right in front of you.
Oh, duh.
Ring.
Give her a minute.
Sorry, just Andrew's claiming Castlevania.
Andrew, you are crushing.
Sorry, I just sneezed all over my hands, and I don't want to touch Penelope's laptop until I have addressed it.
All right, Super Mario 2.
He's gonna pass on Mario 2.
Mario 2, $25 on Mario 2.
I always forget about Dr. Mario 2, Casper, until I see it, and then I'm like, oh, I loved that game.
And this is the last of Andrew's pre-claim pile. The rest is just going to be up for grabs. So he passed on Mario 2. 25. Anybody wants Mario 2?
Chris Wilde wants Mario 2.
Chris, I think you got a pile here.
So the last time Chris was here, he had a bag that we didn't give him. He had 2 bags, I think.
Oh man.
Any Kung Fu floating around out there?
Kung Fu? Yeah, we've got Kung Fu.
Wait, maybe I might not have put. Dr. Mario gets one of these.
Something didn't go into sleeve, yeah.
Castlevania didn't get one either. I mean, I have a pile here. It's fine. We have enough. Andrew ordered the NES attachment for his Poly Mega. That's such a cool
awesome.
system.
I would love to be able to play
We had the
games
Retron 5.
regularly.
What did Chris Wilde just claim?
Chris Wilde claimed Mario 2.
Our Retron broke after we used it like 3 times. I hear the Poly Mega is a better system.
What is that?
I have no clue. I can't read it.
Xanac?
Xanac is $18 on Xanac.
That's a new title for me. I don't remember that one.
Me neither.
It's like Zantac without the T.
They had to stop making that. It caused cancer.
This looks like a Star Wars NES game.
It is Star Wars NES, but it also has the booklet.
Ooh.
$30 on Star Wars NES with the booklet.
Just straight Star Wars. That's interesting.
Just Star Wars.
It's very cool.
Dun-dun-dun.
And then
there's just a whole pile there, like sitting in their little thing. I just love that. So Bill is one of our resident video game VIPs. He dropped off a few things, picked up a few things, and left us this awesome Super Nintendo rack.
Target Renegade. It's got a sticker over the front.
It does.
I was
Target
loving that
Renegade,
rack.
$8. It's specifically made for Super Nintendo, but these cartridges also kind of fit in there.
If you got the gun, Hogan's Alley.
Hogan's
There's not many
Alley.
guns. There's not many that the gun works with. That's one of them.
Loved
$14
Hogan's Alley.
on Hogan's Alley.
I could play that all day. That and Duck Hunt.
So my favorite shooting game was for the Sega Master System, and it was called Wanted, and you were a cowboy.
That one too.
And you'd have three stages, and then like a bonus stage, and then 3 stages and a bonus stage, 3 stages and a bonus stage.
Back before I needed glasses.
And some of the bonus stages were like coins you had to shoot, and one was bottles in a bar.
Goonies 2.
Oh, we got a little bit of information about Xanac. Xanac is a shoot-'em-up video game. I'm trying to see who posted it. Casper. Xanac is a shoot-'em-up video game developed by Compile and published in Japan by Pony Canyon and in North America by FCI. Players fly a lone starfighter dubbed the AFX 6502 Xanac through 12 levels. Their goal is to destroy the system, a part organic, part mechanical entity bent on destroying mankind.
Aren't they
It
always?
actually sounds pretty cool. I'd play that.
What was I just gonna say? Crap.
Did you do the price on Goonies 2?
Oh, I want to talk about Goonies 2. Yeah. So, what's interesting about Goonies 2 is that it is not a sequel to the first Goonies video game. So there's not a Goonies 1 video game. Goonies 2 is a sequel to the movie Goonies.
That's hilarious.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure there's not actually
Wow.
a Goonies 1 game.
How about-
$18 on Goonies 2.
How about that?
The cover art's beautiful. It looks like Drew Struzan or something. It's really well done.
What's next? What's that?
Tomodachi Life. You ordered it from our online store. We always ship within 5 business days. So, there you
Claim
go.
from Greg
Goonies
on
2.
Goonies
Greg.
2. Yep.
Thank you, Greg.
Greg H. I'm going to be shipping tomorrow, so it'll probably go out tomorrow. But thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that.
I can't say this without saying it in the voice, guys. You
Do I have
ready?
a voice? I have a voice.
Skate or die.
That's it for
God, I
amazing.
love this game.
$10 on Skate or Die. Please don't die. Just skate.
Wasn't it
Right?
called 720 in the arcade? Is that the game that you had to run from the bees and it would say skate or die?
Bees.
Yeah, that's Skate or Die. Jesse said Goonies 1 game was only released on the. I'm gonna.
Famicom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it never
I'm
came
gonna-
out. It never came
I'm
out in
gonna
the
slaughter
States.
the
It's so
pronunciation.
weird. So
Famicom.
bizarre. Japanese, right?
Yeah, let me scroll back. Casper said he just watched a YouTube about that game.
Oh, the Angry Video Game
Video
Nerd.
Game Nerd.
Did you guys know that we're in the Angry Video Game Nerd movie?
I didn't actually. I'm not in it. Like in it. Justin's in it.
Farrell, I thought it was 720.
Yeah.
I used to play because I had the
Doug
ball.
said
where you-
720 was different.
Oh, but it definitely had a skate that they said skate or die in it, I believe. Unless I'm confusing the two. We're in the Angry Video Game Nerd movie. There's a scene with me laughing or something, and
No, you're saying
E.T..
E.T. don't go, and you're like reaching. You're wearing I think you're wearing a button-up shirt, like or a suit or something for some reason. I don't know. Anyway.
Mike's off to dinner as well.
later, Mike.
Mike, thank you again. Our sponsor for this week and for it.
We'll be talking more
Switch
about
show.
that.
We'll talk more about Mike in a little
What
bit.
game is this?
To the Earth. To the Earth. $8 on To the Earth. Not to be confused with Journey to the Center of the Earth. Completely different
So
game.
you're just going to Earth,
We're
not
just going
to the
to
middle
Earth.
of it.
We're not
And
going
what's
to the
that
middle
one
of it.
right there?
That is Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
Friday the 13th is $15. Farrell, there's a chance that I have Ninja Gaiden here in the store, but not up for grabs today.
As a kid, I always pronounced it Ninja Gaiden.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Me neither,
doing
because I'm
my
not
best.
Japanese. And if I say it wrong, I don't want to have to.
And then To the Earth is his second favorite light gun game on NES. Duck Hunt being.
It's a
first.
light gun game. Wow.
Duck Hunt was amazing. I
Nobody wants Friday the 13th. How
Friday
much?
the 13th, $15 on Friday the 13th.
What's up, Norm Jers?
Classic.
I could and often did play Duck Hunt all day.
What's so cool about Friday the 13th is that they actually make action figures.
I want to keep this.
Why wouldn't we? It's for us to
Yeah.
keep.
Norm
Yeah.
would like Friday the 13th, please.
Norm.
Lenny,
funny I just said that.
Ninja Garden.
Lenny.
Lenny says Ninja Gaiden. I read it as Ninja Garden. Ninja Gaiden caused him to rip his Nintendo out of the wall.
Ghosts and Goblins. So, as a youngster, Nintendo controllers were built to last.
Yeah.
I tried. Oh God, did I try to?
Just bend it.
Oh, I tried to
Whole
That's
guy
a
break
golden
it.
eye, leave it
I'm not
alone.
really doing it, Penelope. I'm just good at acting. I tried,
Are you? That's why
break
you were
it,
in the video game.
and I couldn't as a youngster. So I had my TV and my Nintendo were on top of my desk. So what I did do is open my desk drawer and put the controller in and slam the
door.
desk
I can
door
see you doing that.
over and over.
Did it
I
make
can
you feel
see you
better?
doing that now.
It made me feel so much better until my controller was broken.
And then you had to go outside. God forbid.
Yeah, go outside and see the earth, the sun.
I wasn't afraid of outside. I think I'm from the last generation of kids who love their bicycles and
Yeah, I spent a fair amount of time outside.
When do we want to do a segment?
let's finish video games.
Okay.
How many segments are we doing?
I don't know, however many we want.
What do
We
have-
got two
what
on
do we have
deck.
to talk
Do
about?
we have two?
Yeah, we have Life, Liberty, Pursuit of Plastic,
Uh-huh.
and then we have talk about a sponsor.
It's not really a segment, but yeah. It should be. Like, we should have a sponsor stinger.
We don't?
Tucker's
No.
snoring. If anyone
We have like a
cares.
sponsor like logo, but it's not like a woo woo whirly thing that I make.
Tucker is completely snoring, like he's over here sawing wood.
He is. I can hear him from here. He's probably being able to be picked up on the mic. Can you guys hear that?
Probably not with the
You don't
background
know, in fact,
music.
also dope on the mic.
No. There's some good games in this pile. I did not, when I saw this pile initially, I did not realize.
Ultra Liger would spin his controller over his head like Thor's hammer and smash it against the floor.
I'm sure our parents, who all spent really good money on this
Yeah,
stuff,
right?
were super hyped about us
See,
trying to destroy this
I
stuff.
never did that because, like, if I broke it, I wasn't getting another one.
Ghosts and Ghouls was very hard. I agree
Ghosts
with
and
Jesse.
Goblins it's basically the same game, and it was super hard. And then when you beat it, you didn't really beat it.
Yep.
All right, what's that?
We're starting in the middle here.
I can't see it.
I think it's Star Fox 64.
That one?
Star Fox 64, $15. Star Fox 64.
Yeah, it
Nintendo
looks like it.
64.
That's one of the Zeldas.
I can't tell which Zelda it is.
I can't see it.
I think it's Ocarina.
Ocarina of Time.
Hey, Ocarina.
What a classic.
$20 on Ocarina of Time.
I never could pronounce that word.
Hey,
Hal.
Hey Hal, sorry we missed you earlier. It looks like our paths went different divergent ways.
Is this Snowboard Kids 2?
Oh, yes.
That is a $50 game.
Wow.
$50. I got $50 on it.
Snowboarding's an art. Video games going well, Hal.
Video games are doing well.
We're living the dream.
Doug broke controllers trying to land in
I
Top
can't
Gun.
read that. What does that one say, Selena?
Warzone.
Looks like a WWF.
Warzone. A whopping $7 for Warzone.
That's Stone Cold on the cover.
My
He's doing
favorite,
the arm
my favorite fighter
He's
game.
smashing his controller.
Yeah, my favorite fighter game was Afterburner in the arcades. That's where I tried
Is
the
that Mario Party 2?
in Top Gun when they said when they said slam on the brakes and it'll fly right past.
Yeah.
I tried that in Afterburner. It really worked.
I know, it's awesome.
Mario Party 2, $25.
Mario Party 2. What is this?
That is WrestleMania 2000. $10, WrestleMania 2000. I think that's Pokemon Stadium. Somebody help me out. Pokemon Stadium?
Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap, $15 on Pokemon Snap. That is the other Zelda game, Majora's Mask. Gold hologram version. You know, it's the 90s.
Wow.
Everything was
$35 on the gold
hologramic.
hologram version.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a Star Wars game?
Star Wars something front. Somebody's front.
I can't
Is it
see
Battlefront?
It's battle, and it's one of the Battlefronts, I
It's
think.
Pole Position was an impossible driving game.
Battle.
Teaching neighbor kids
Wait,
to
no.
drive.
Shadow of the Empire.
Teaching the neighbor kids to
Okay,
drive. I
that
took
one
them to
on
the
my list.
arcade and made them play Pole Position. Just not even play the game, but just like work on
$10.
staying
$10.
in the lane.
It has NP written on the back, just so you know.
Presumably someone's initials. NP.
Uh,
That is Mario Tennis. Mario
Greg says
Tennis.
it's the best Star Wars game ever.
Greg, I've never played it, man. I should.
$15 on Mario Tennis. NFL 99. 98, sorry. $7 on NFL 98.
I don't know if the sports games do
Pokemon
that well.
Stadium, they don't. $20
It
on
must-
Pokemon Stadium.
It must be fun to see all the old players in the
Yes.
lineups.
I'm hot all of a sudden.
Yeah,
hot
I'm warm
too.
too.
Let's turn the fan on.
I don't know if I felt like getting up, I could. Super
I would,
Smash
but I'd have to cross
Brothers.
the
You
camera.
want to talk about good games for
That's
Nintendo
a-
64.
That's a classic.
Super Smash Bros. $30 on Super Smash Bros.
House of Pole Position was so popular it became a Saturday morning Bond clone.
Pole
Saturday Morning
position.
Bond. Not sure I quite.
It was a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, no, I know. A Bond clone. I don't.
They were like special agents, probably.
Oh! Did they steal DVDs and stuff? It had nothing to do with the video game.
I think we started here already.
Yeah, we went through the whole line.
All right, not one 64
We
game.
didn't sell a single one.
What's wrong with you people?
They're
I
all
guess they don't
priced
have
to move, too.
64s.
They're all priced to move too. It's all good. They don't have. Listen,
right.
that's fine.
Well, there's a couple more. Oh, listen, it's store stock, baby.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have a banging case. It's
I
been a
was gonna say
while.
it's not like we have a store to stock.
It's been a while. So I didn't price the turtles. I priced these three things.
I'll get to it.
I didn't price him because I didn't really know how. Like, even loose
I know what I
complete,
want
he
for
could
it.
be really good.
Yeah, that's a mint McCoy inside a beat. I know.
Oh, the cartoon had AI
That's
cars
good.
and secret agents that worked for a mysterious private organization.
Toy Story something.
Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2. $10 for Toy Story 2.
This game's got some fading on the back plastic.
Is
It's
that XG2?
Yeah.
XG2, $8. Extreme G2. Sarge's Heroes.
Yeah.
$12 on Sarge's Heroes.
so, that might be like
I
Small
love
Soldiers
Spy
Part
Hunter.
2 or whatever.
Go ahead, scroll along. Who's next? That is Mayhem. $7 on Wrestle Mayhem. I don't even know what it is. WWWW. So many W's.
All the W's.
All the
The
W's.
wrestling confused me when it changed from WWF to WWE.
Well, they had to do it because of the World Wildlife
Well,
Federation.
I was out of paying attention to wrestling for a long time, and then I looked at it again, and there were pandas instead of wrestlers, and I was very confused.
Was it pandas wrestling? Because that's fun.
That's a doo-doo-doo-doo.
That'd be a cute crossover between the World Wildlife Federation and the wrestlers.
Nintendo, big hit. N64.
Not so much.
Which is funny. I
Bye,
mean,
Casper. Casper's going
I
to
don't
work.
know. Is it?
He's got to earn more
I
money to
haven't
buy more
priced these.
toys.
Bill just dropped these off today. I haven't priced them.
All right, well, that's fine.
This one, I might keep this if I don't already have it. It's
I
a
wanna-
sequel to Super
All right, you want to
I want a
do
Game
a
Boy.
before we get to the rest of the stuff, the Star Trek and the
what
Turtles?
segment
and-
do you want to talk about, Mike, or do you want to talk about the Eclipse?
You guys want to hear about our awesome sponsor for a second, or do you want to hear about our shenanigans last weekend? You guys choose.
Selena, hit the bell.
Andrew, coming in with the late claim.
Oh my God.
Read them to me one at a time, Selena.
Ocarina.
Hold on.
All right, that's going to be a 64 game, right?
Hey, yes. Hey, Ocarina. Andrew. Okay, next one.
Party 2.
Party 2. Mario Party 2.
Yeah.
Andrew. Thank you. And
Super Smash.
super good choice, Andrew. Super Smash. Andrew.
And what else?
And Star Wars.
That's a Nintendo. Wait, the Nintendo?
No, well, yeah, Nintendo or 64.
Yeah, Andrew. There was a Star Wars game for 64. It was a pod racing game, but there was also Star Wars for Nintendo with the
Battlefront.
manual. Oh, there were 2 Star Wars games for 64. Just clarify which one you mean. There were 2. There was Battlefront and also the pod racing game. Did someone claim that?
The N-
Someone claimed the pod racer.
There's only one for 64.
the
and it's
N- it
Battlefront.
was a 64, he said.
Got it.
Battlefront. Gotcha, buddy.
And yes, someone claimed
Thank
the
you.
pod racers.
Hold on. It's Shadows of the Empire, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you, Andrew.
Shadows of the Tucker Dog. Good
All
Tucker.
right, put them in the pile. Let's talk about the eclipse.
Okay,
You
hold
want to
on.
go to camera 1 or stay on camera 2?
Hello? Can I speak to someone in Plattsburgh, New York, please? I want to see the weather for the eclipse. What? It's going to be clear and beautiful? So,
Are we on camera 2 or camera 1? Which one do you want to be?
I like camera 2, it's cozy.
It's
I
more
like how it-
intimate.
yep.
Yeah.
So, I'll start this.
Will you?
He did?
Last week around this time, a little earlier than this time, maybe last Friday, a week ago, the Friday just passed.
Yeah, it was like Thursday, I think.
It started getting pretty like FOMO on our Facebooks. Like a lot of people we knew were like, "I'm gonna go to Buffalo and we're gonna see this eclipse." And I'm thinking to myself, "I've seen eclipses. What's the big deal?"
So
That's kind of where I was.
That's where I was. So I actually went and Googled a little. I did a little Google foo, and I found out that the last time a totality of an eclipse came anywhere close to New Jersey, 2017, I think there was one which we missed.
But that wasn't a totality.
It was a totality close to Jersey.
Oh,
we
close,
could
yeah.
have driven to Virginia and seen a totality.
Right, but we didn't because we didn't know nothing about no totality.
We didn't even realize totality was a thing. We've been around other eclipses. Like I've seen 3 or 4 partial eclipses in my life.
Totally, and it's interesting.
Yeah.
But I googled it to try to figure out like what's the big deal with totality, and everybody kept saying it's like nothing you've ever experienced. And I'm
Well,
like,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah,
reason
yeah.
we found out that people book hotel rooms years in advance
Yeah.
and chase these things around the world.
I
Matter of fact, we met
understand
a
why.
guy who, like, I was at the last one in India. He wasn't from here in the States. Like, it was interesting.
How do I get money for that? Like, it costs money to
No,
do
there's
that.
people that have money. I know that's weird to
Also,
us.
there's people that like you save your
Really?
money to go on vacation. Like some people will go to Disney, for example. Other people will
Also,
save their money and go chase eclipses instead.
I know it's weird, Selena, because we are all, like, hand to mouth. But there are people
Oh
in
my
the
God,
world.
Star Hustler! Did you really just say that?
There are certain people in the world
The soundtrack just came into my brain when you
who
said
have,
that. You
who have means beyond just
They
paying
just
their bills.
go
and
wherever they
eating.
want to,
Yeah, isn't that
whenever they
weird?
want
It's
to.
such
It
a
is.
weird.
Dude,
I know.
Dude, you just completely messed me up.
please
like,
hold. Penelope's mind is blown.
I'm having like
She'll
a
return
nostalgic
shortly.
short circuit. So on PBS, before they went off the air at like 1:30 in the morning, there was this nice little old man. I don't remember his name. Little mustache, khakis, little sweater vest, and he called himself the Star Hustler, which sounds
That
obscene.
sounds. Yeah.
And he would just say, "Okay, everyone, well."
I need my writer's room to write me a joke for that real quick.
Okay, well, here in my notebook, I'll see that Virgo is going to be in Sagittarius this week. So let's see.
Was this Joe Biden's job before he was president?
No. So let's see what that's going to look like. And he has like a planetarium, and he's like superimposed over this planetarium, and we'll like talk about stars.
Like the Mr. Rogers of space.
Yeah, Jack Horkheimer. Oh my God, I'm schwitzing right now. I'm having a moment. I need to Google this after we get done and watch this on
Schwitzing
YouTube.
means sweating.
I am also sweating because it's really warm in here.
Sweating in like a freaking out kind of way.
So that's hi. I'm Jack Horkheimer, and this is Star Hustler. I can hear it in my brain. Oh my God. So I was starting to feel FOMO a little bit. And April 8th also would have been my mother's 88th birthday. Did we do the math on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she would have been 88. So I was kind of like feeling it. Like, that would have been a cool thing she would have liked.
So, Penelope made some noises at me. Kind of like, oh, it might be interesting. Now, I know what my wife means when she does this kind of thing. It might be cool if we went and saw the eclipse. And I realized that the eclipse was on her mother's birthday. So I wasn't super amped about the eclipse itself, but doing something special on Joyce's birthday, I like the idea of that.
And keep looking up.
So I went, and all my friends, everybody I know is like, Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo. I actually have friends in Buffalo.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to drive into a city because I knew if all these people were going and stuff that if traffic was going to be bad. And if we were going to a city to watch a thing, I didn't want to like stand in a city. Yeah. So I decided, well, let me look. You know, the eclipse is going to happen in a whole path. Let me just find some little rink-a-dink town or like a junction somewhere that's not even in a town, and we'll just go there and watch it, right?
Yeah. And our intention was like to just drive wherever we were driving and like maybe find just a park or even like I don't even care, a Dairy Queen parking lot or a cemetery.
Well, I made a joke, like a Waffle House parking lot.
Yeah, anything. Like,
not that there's Waffle Houses north.
No, it doesn't matter where you are as long as you're in the totality.
Like in the region of it. So,
and again, one of the things that really drove this home for me is that the next time that totality is going to come anywhere near New Jersey is 2078 or 24. I don't even remember. It's so long from now. 2078 is the next time it's going to come close to Jersey, what I consider close. 2044, it's going to be in the Dakotas.
I probably won't be around for the 2078.
I'll be 99.
I probably won't be here for that. Sorry, Skylar.
Yeah, I don't anticipate catching that one either.
2078, it's going to be like Virginia, and then 2079, it's actually the totality will be in New Jersey itself.
So, I started looking at the weather reports, and not that you can guarantee anything with those, but this was Sunday, and we were going to go. No, so we're leaving Sunday.
We left right after Bartertown last week.
So Saturday, or I was starting to look at weather reports, and it said, not that you can base anything on them because those guys are just guessing and throwing chicken bones.
They're doing their best.
But it said cloudy over Niagara and Buffalo. So I just tracked along the path, and I kept looking at weather reports for the little towns, and it finally was like partly sunny. And it was directly north of us, like driving straight north over Albany, and it went over a little town that I never heard of before called Plattsburgh, New York. And I said, well, that's it. We'll just drive directly north. It looks like a little town.
It is a little town, less than 20,000 people.
Yeah. So Penelope booked a hotel room halfway up, and we left right after Bartertown. And we drove to Fishkill, New York, which is halfway.
Yep.
I think a little bit above Albany, or a little bit below Albany. And the next day we got on the road, and we started getting up into that Catskill region, which I didn't know how beautiful it is up there.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And as we're going, Penelope's looking up Plattsburgh to see what's going on. Turns out, because this is such a big deal, that the whole town was having an event on the Lake Champlain, which is a lake I had heard of.
It's an actual lake.
So we
decided, all right, well, we'll just kind of meander that way. Yeah. No ring kings, Oscar.
So, there was traffic going up, and then we started seeing, like, road signs. Like,
the signs that, like, have, like, the road construction ahead, be cautious on the 3rd of the month.
It was, like, eclipse.
Eclipse today, no stopping. Because they're figuring people are just going to veer off the road to look at the eclipse.
So that made me, like, oh, this must be a thing.
Is Lake Champlain one of the Great Lakes?
No. It might be off. It might be tributary of, like, Erie or something.
It's not one of the Great Lakes.
So it's probably a good lake. I'm
anyway,
not sure
go ahead.
But it is just south of like Montreal.
We met people from Canada.
Yeah. So anyway, Penelope found like an event they were having on the lake. So we pull into town, and like everyone's pulling into town. Like, everyone's going there. Police are directing us. We parked in Gus's diner. Thank you, Gus.
Yeah.
And we walked over to the lake. And it was Channel 6 Action News was there. And I was
Which
like, yo,
was
Cecily
interesting.
Tynan. They were like, no,
So-
Adam Joseph. And I was like, oh.
No one's gonna understand what that means. So our
Some of you
local.
do.
So we're in South Jersey. Our closest major local station is WPVI Channel 6 out of Philly. They were there, which was surprising to me because we were literally six hours from home.
Did we have a Kung Fu video game? I don't think we... Oh.
I didn't price it.
Oh, Oscar, we'll price it real
While
quick.
we're talking, I'll price it, so let's continue talking.
Was that the one NES game that wasn't priced?
Probably.
There's a whole pile of NES games that aren't priced here.
Oh. So Penelope priced it. So we set up, we put our
We got our
seats
little
down
chairs and everything,
on the sand.
Yeah.
And there was like a terrible cover band off in the distance, thank God. There was food trucks, but the lines were insane. So I stopped and got like baked goods from the local high school place,
Yeah,
which
they
turned out to be awesome. They made
So-
moon pie.
This is a town of less than 20,000 people. The biggest thing that happens in that town is like the pie bake-off.
They were ill prepared for this, but it
There
made it
were
quaint.
thousands of people lining the streets of this town to go to this.
We found a good spot on the beach.
We found
So
a fantastic spot.
over across the lake is Vermont and like all the snow-capped mountains. So even that was beautiful. And then the eclipse begins, and you've all seen it where like the sun starts looking like Pac-Man. And I'm like, cool, yeah, we've seen this before. Awesome. You know, I'm enjoying my time with my wife and hearing the terrible cover band off in the distance.
Listen, they weren't okay. They were bad, yeah.
It
They
was
should
like
have just played Pink
it
Floyd.
was like
over
Johnny and
and
the
over.
Flakes or something.
It
I
was
forget their name.
Ursa and the Major Keys.
Yeah, you had to say their name.
I did.
You had to.
I
Like,
didn't think they were terrible.
They were okay. So no, they weren't. So as the
They're not watching right now.
as the sun is about to complete, we are famous though. People are going to tell them we were talking about them.
Right.
As the
We did get
sun
recognized.
is just about to disappear, like just about, there's a little bit of fleck of sun left. Everybody kind of hushes and is like, oh, and like this dude puts on music,
Dude.
and normally that would have ruined my day. Hearing somebody putting on
Leonard Skinner.
Like weird.
yes.
Like-
Simple
like-
Man.
Oh.
or
Their own weird.
God, their own like
Or-
vibe, you know what I
or
mean?
like
Yeah.
Slipknot.
Just anything I do, Bad Moon Rising, like just anything obvious or stupid. Like I'm glad, but it was almost like this religious.
It was dead.
Organ
It was
singing.
dead. It was Dead Can Dance, which I had never heard before.
So it set this mood, and then the sun went away. And when the sun went away, the lights went out.
Imagine.
And not yeah.
Yeah,
Guess what?
Sun.
When the sun's not
When the
shining
sun's
on
not
us,
shining,
it's dark.
It's dark and cold.
Turns
No,
out
no.
it got dark. Like
So,
it got midnight dark. Almost.
let me take over here. I got married inside of Stonehenge at sunset.
To
Okay.
who?
Some guy. I
I'd have to look
like
at the
to
pictures.
pretend. I like to pretend that I have some sort of like vibe for like mysticism a little bit. Like I'm not heavy into it, but I like to feel like I have a vibe for that. I have never in my life. It's up there with getting married at Stonehenge. It was so. The sun just becomes a black sci-fi. It was like something out of Dune. This Getty Prime moon.
Yeah, it was so obviously you've all seen the picture. We showed it
The video.
in the video.
Yeah. The moon the sun turns black.
All you're seeing is the corona, a white corona
and
of
there's
the
just
sun.
this white
It's just this
fire.
black disc with the white.
And it was this
Yeah.
music was playing, and it got cold
It was
and
absolutely
dark.
insane.
And as we looked around 360, because it's just the shadow of the moon.
Yeah, there's a
Well-
360-degree sunset happening all around you.
Hundreds of feet away, like part of the lake was still lit,
Yeah,
and the mountains were still lit. So it was like a 360
it
sunset,
was
weird.
absolutely insane.
and it
I've
made me
never experienced
realize.
anything like that in
Now,
my life.
spoilers. I don't know if you guys know this, but we need the sun to survive. It's not something. I know that's funny. We all know it, but it's not something
say
we think about every day. We take it for granted, or some people say online, for granted, which makes
listen.
me
Crazy.
crazy.
That thing gets blacked out, and it is dark and cold instantly.
So I'm like, oh wow, and then just a tiny bit, the sun starts to come back out,
Just the lower corner.
and warmth starts to return, and I'm like, okay, I now worship the sun. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
Ra.
Thank
Ra,
you,
thank you,
warm
Ra.
sun mother.
Yeah.
We need you. We appreciate you. Like,
it was. So listen. Almost everybody I know is like, oh, it's an eclipse. I've seen a couple of. You said it to me. Like, yeah, it's an eclipse.
I said it on the way there.
I've seen 3 or 4 of them already.
Yeah.
I have never in my life experienced or imagined anything like this before.
We stayed in a hotel, and the morning we woke up, the news was playing as we were eating breakfast, getting ready to go up.
Oh, let me tell this part. So there's a newscaster like talking about the eclipse, and he's very serious in his suit, being very studious, and he says, I'd like to say that an eclipse. The difference between a partial eclipse, even 99.9%, and a total eclipse is the difference between a peck on the cheek and an unbridled night of passion. And we're like laughing about it all day. Like,
yeah, we kept
this
saying
hamburger, my lunch is like an unbridled night of passion. Haha. Like, we're laughing about it. The guy was right.
Yep.
It's
not comparable. 99% and 100% are not comparable.
It's indescribable because if even a tiny sliver of the sun is showing, it's the whole thing.
I want all of you to try and experience this sometime in your life. Jack said he saw it when he was in Iceland. Which must have been.
That would have been
Jack,
amazing.
did you get to see the
Aurora
Borealis?
So the next eclipse, a solar eclipse, partial, total of some sort, happens every 18 months on this planet.
But you said sometimes it happens over the Pacific Ocean.
Sometimes the totality will happen over the ocean, and it doesn't help anybody.
Area.
Right.
The next one that is coming is in 18 months. It's going to be in 2026. It will go in a weird stripe like this from Iceland down to Spain.
Hello, Reykjavik.
That's not super
I'd
helpful.
like to book a hotel room. I guarantee the hotel rooms are booked already. That's another thing we found out.
Would love. Why? So what is the thing with Dan and pineapples? I have to understand it. Is this a fetish thing or
no? Well, he enjoys pineapple on his hamburgers.
Okay. You can be obsessed with something,
which I don't make fun of.
You can be obsessed
because
corn and pancakes is fantastic.
We're off a tangent here, but like
we usually do.
I don't make fun of anybody who has an odd thing on their food.
No, not at all.
Because you never know.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound terrible to me.
I just because have you heard the pineapple thing is something else?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Is that like a lemon party?
Yes, kind of.
All right. I don't know.
It's similar.
I don't know.
Moving on.
So that was our experience with that. The drive home was hell, but still worth it.
The drive home.
I kept telling myself that because it was hell. It was literal hell.
You hate highways. You hate highways on a good day.
Demons. Like
we weren't even taking highways.
Abaddon, Milton levels of hell.
Crowley, the whole nine.
Everything.
So what was happening is like it when we first left, it was like, okay, 5 hours home, great, no problem. Well, an hour later, it still said 5 hours
GPS.
home. And then an hour after that, 7 hours.
No matter how far I would get.
We drove 7 hours. We were less than halfway home, and it still said 5 hours.
Yeah, she's like,
it felt like Satan was taking our home and pulling it further away from us.
She's like live tweeting me like, oh, we're 5 hours from home, and then like 2 hours later, we're 5 hours from home, and like an hour later,
it was making me
and
crazy.
We're 5.5 hours from home
because I couldn't help looking at the GPS to see how far from home we are.
So my favorite part of the drive home was that
almost ran out of gas.
Yeah, you're ruining my story. So my favorite part of the drive home, the car is so fancy that it tells you how many miles you have to empty.
That's not that fancy.
Right?
Mine does that.
Like precise 0.80 miles, whatever. To Dave. Hi, Dave. How are you? Justin, you can tell how long Dave has known me because he called me Penny.
I see
that is he knows way back.
That's old school.
Either that's super inappropriate, or that's an old person.
I don't even get it.
Someone who's known me a long time.
Considering she's gone by Penelope since she learned how to spell it.
Yeah. So, running out of gas. So, the car is like it tells us like he can see it. Like we're like 50 miles to empty. So we like start looking where's the closest gas station. All right, well, there's one here along your route. All right, we'll make it there. Well, and then the traffic slows down. And then we're stopping and starting and stopping and starting. So then it's going 30.
So you're not making any miles.
No.
But the car is still eating the gas.
Can we remind the world, too, how much fun that kind of traffic is in a stick?
Oh, yeah, on hills.
Yeah.
We're in the Catskills.
Yeah.
So pretty soon, like,
so
we think we're fine.
Left leg.
We have 50...
spraining your freaking ankle trying to not drive.
We have 50 miles to empty. Then we have 40 miles to empty. Then we have 30 miles to empty.
So what happens is we map to the nearest gas station. It was 50 miles to empty, 30 to the gas station. It was 40 miles to empty, 29 to the gas station.
Yeah.
It was 35 miles to the empty, 30 to the gas station.
So it's just started getting closer and closer and closer.
And pretty soon the text...
And then it got reversed a little bit.
Yeah.
And I did my best. I did
He's
this thing called hypermiling.
The texts I'm getting, it's like, It's like 30, 20. After a while, she stopped even saying what it was.
Jack.
It was just numbers like
Jack,
30,
I coasted
28.
every hill.
And there's
Neutral.
then there's like 10 miles left, 12 miles to the gas station. He's hyper-miling now.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. am I
So
gonna have to
we got to the point
there?
where
So
we got
Jack asked about coasting down hills. Yes,
Yeah.
I coasted down every hill,
Yeah.
but the problem is when traffic would stop
You can't.
as I'm going uphill
You
and
can't
trying to
coast.
get going again.
yeah.
And you got to step on the gas like you mean it a little bit just to keep the car from rolling backwards.
So
in
it
the
got
stick.
to
Oh,
the
yeah,
point.
yeah.
It finally got to the point where we were 12 miles from the gas station, and at 10 miles, the car just says low.
It doesn't say
It
anymore.
stops being specific.
It stops counting it out for
So
you.
that's when I was like, "This."
The car's basically, yo, MF,
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
some gas.
I'm like,
Cars
this
like-
can't happen.
cars
So
like-
I pull out my phone.
Car's like
Wait.
Yeah.
doesn't
Were we
matter.
stressed out? We were stressed out.
The car's like it doesn't matter how much.
There is
time you have
not
left, you
how
just need
if
to-
we put a can
just
of
need to
gas
get
in
it.
the car with us, it would stink up the entire car.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no way
it's
we
not
could do
like a
that. It
truck.
wouldn't work.
Where the
So
compartments
that's
are
when I pull out
segmented.
my phone and I start like panic, and we realize.
panic googling.
So when you already are on a route and you search from your route, it only shows you what you're searching for along your route. It doesn't take you off any exits. So here we thought we were 30 miles to the next gas station. It turns out we could have been going off exits to get to different ones.
Yeah, we passed like 7 gas
yeah,
stations.
there's usually a gas station at the
Let
end
me
of
tell you.
most of the
So I
exits.
finally
Google
found
Maps
us.
sucks in many ways.
It sucks,
It
but it's
does.
it's awesome in a lot of ways too.
Waze is better.
It could have been it could have been a better experience.
For trips like that, Waze is better.
But anyway, to summation the whole gas experience, I managed to find us a gas station that was 2 miles from where we were at that moment. We managed to get it there.
And we had maybe 2.2 miles left of gas.
So we just made it. And the rest of the trip, it was hard driving, but we decided we can't. So we ended up going back to the same place we were in Fishkill. The second night was not as nice. The first night was gorgeous.
I don't want to get into the construction.
I do. So the first night was gorgeous. Slept like a log, woke up refreshed, felt fine. Well, I've been sick, so I did keep my husband up coughing, but other than that, we were okay. The next morning, we didn't get in until 2:30 in the morning. We are absolutely exhausted. Now checkout is nice and
all
late.
stiff and cranky.
This
and hungry
hotel's
and
checkout
unpleasant.
is 11 a.m. Now normally they're like 9 or 10. This one was
Yeah.
11.
How much is Kung Fu?
Kung Fu is $10, Oscar. Kung Fu is $10.
$10, Oscar, if you want Kung Fu.
But you gotta
You gotta
spend
spend
20
for
to get
free shipping if
shipping.
you're in the United States.
Yeah. This is gonna be at least $6 to ship.
Or join VIP.
Or join the VIP group. You get free shipping and it's $5. So I'm having trouble sleeping because I'm coughing. I'm keeping up because I'm coughing. Finally get to sleep. All of a sudden, out of nowhere,
That must have
Not
felt-
all
that
of a
must
sudden.
have
It
sounded
was
good.
the next morning at like 8 o'clock.
to me that's all of a sudden because I
That's
finally get
the
to
middle
sleep.
of the night in my world.
So I'm like, what? And it stops. And I'm like, what the heck was that?
All right.
Was someone banging on the door? No. No one's banging on the door. Okay.
Just do the figurative.
Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. 2 minutes later.
Stop. You got Tucky on point here.
And then 2 minutes after that.
You got Tucky.
So it turns out
You got Tucky alerting.
they had construction
Okay.
workers working on the conference room of the hotel
Directly below us.
That sucked. But I
It was
want to.
hammering.
Jesse's got housekeeping.
I want to end this on a positive note instead of
Yes.
just complaining.
Well, no, the drive home was fantastic.
No matter what. Yeah,
It
then
was
we took our
worth it.
time coming home the rest of the way and went
This
through.
was so phenomenal, this experience.
But the traffic, the gas, the hotel, the bad sleeping, all worth it for the totality.
It was unlike, I cannot describe it. It is literally indescribable.
Housekeeping?
Even the video that we showed, which again was actual footage of the moon, of the sun where we were actually in Plattsburgh, it did not do it justice. It was amazing. It was singular. It was mystical.
Yeah.
It was sci-fi.
And then
It was insane.
being there with a group of people who none of us talked about politics or worldviews or nothing. We were just at that moment. And I said this afterwards. We were all just humans experiencing a thing together.
Everyone was just in that moment.
Right. And I wish it would happen every day. And it just reminded me like we need something to bring us all together instead of arguing with each other all the time. It was nice.
They were hammering, and then from 8 o'clock to 10:30
She's
they
still
were
obsessed with the
hammering.
hammering.
And starting at 10:30, that's when the jackhammer started.
Yeah, that's when the air hammer started. So we said something to the counter girl. She's like, "Oh, sorry."
She's like, "Oh yeah, they wait until 10:30," and we're like, "No,
No, they didn't.
It was 8 a.m.
It was 10:30 when we were talking to her.
Yeah, they wait until 10:30. No, bitch.
Turns
They
out
do not.
you're not telling
Turns out-
the truth.
Turns out you were totally lying about that.
All right.
I didn't price any of these.
I got it.
You priced. What was the price you said on
Kung Fu. Kung Fu. Oscar asked Kung Fu is $10 if you want Kung Fu, Oscar.
Oscar, if you want it, yes. If you don't want it, just say no, and
pass.
the next person can take it, or next person can claim it. And if Oscar doesn't want it, you got it.
If you want him, come and claim him.
These are modern.
Is this a set or you know separately?
No, separate. I don't have all 4 turtles, or I would do a set.
Yeah.
You got Mikey, NECA modern, $10.
Are they NECA?
Evidently.
Oh, I don't know if they're NECA. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Playmates.
Yeah.
They're
Playmates.
I meant Nickelodeon.
NECA, yeah.
Who's that? Is that Leo?
It's Raph.
What color? Oh, it's red. Raph. Yeah. $10.
And then it's Donnie.
And Donnie, $10. So we're missing Leo. So 10 each for the turtles. If you want all 3, I'll do 25.
Turtle power.
Turtle Power. What else you got here, bub?
These are retro style.
They're not vintage though, right?
No.
Alex said no one wants to hear about big totality and their profit.
Yeah. All that money making.
Norm wants the turtles, all 3 of them.
Thank you, Norm.
Norm, you got it. And Norm gets free shipping
Because Norm is a VIP.
because he spent $25.
Oh, I'm sorry. I assumed.
He spent $25.
And I know his name so well. He's bought a lot from
Norm's
us.
a regular, yeah.
All right.
Hal, I think Hal wants to buy Lou Vancouver a Deep Purple T-shirt.
I'll let Lou know. I'm sure he tours with the band.
Yeah, he's got his own shirt.
Yeah, he's probably got plenty of merch.
Got
I would like
lanyards.
it. All right.
Oscar's gonna take Kung Fu.
Oh, and Oscar, if you haven't checked, we have a box for you, so this can go in with your F-Zero.
I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think Oscar bought a bunch of G.I. Joes. Oscar, did you buy a bunch of G.I. Joes off me? Is that you? If so, I'll put it. No, I thought he did.
I don't.
I might be thinking of somebody else. I'll check my messages.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I think Oscar also got the F-Zero. He may have gotten some G.I. Joes, but those shipped already. The only thing that's
No, it's
outstanding
not
is
Oscar. I'm thinking
F-Zero.
about somebody else.
It's
Sorry,
all good.
Oscar. You're allowed to buy G.I. Joes from me.
Is Lou a 4X? I don't think Lou is a 4X out now.
Bro, come on.
The skeletons outside are a 4X. No
Come
Lou.
on.
Stop with the Lou. Stop. Why do we have to bring up Lou?
People want to talk about
No
Lou.
one wants Lou.
Wasn't somebody in the store talking about Lou?
No one was talking about Lou.
Kevin was talking about
Even
No,
Lou.
Tucker's
he was not.
suspicious of Lou.
No.
Lou will be back. He's out on tour right now.
Is that like a threat? Lou will be back. Yes, he got the Night Force lot, which already shipped.
Oh, okay.
And he got
It was something
F-Zero.
like That's why I
F-Zero
recognized
has not shipped yet.
it.
Yeah.
All right, so we got this is basically vintage mold. These are just new versions of the vintage figures, really. Retro. I mean, if you can't afford the vintage, which is probably on a card like this $100,
Yikes.
$15 for Mikey. $15 for, is that Raph?
It's red, so
Raph,
Raph.
yeah.
And $15
That's
for
Leo.
Leo. 15, 30, 45. Or 40 for the set of 3 if you want them. No, Oscar, I do not have any more Night Force. You ground us down. There will be more, though. Don't worry.
I think Kurt just wants to play D&D. Kurt, I'm with you, man.
I mean, mood.
We're getting, as soon as I'm done with my recaps, we're ready to start again.
Oh, speak for yourself. I don't have the next room done.
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
You've got like the next 5 rooms done, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're ready to start.
No, I don't know about that.
Tucky, what are you
Kung
doing?
Fu. He wanted Kung Fu, right?
Tucky's rearranging his dog bed.
Go to Tucker Cam. What's he got going on? We're boring right now. Go to Tucker Cam.
He's rearranging his nesting situation.
He's not. No, he's
No,
not.
he's not.
Okay.
He's arranging his. He doesn't do that. He's a very polite dog.
He's refined and dignified.
Yeah, but he's annoyed with his pillowing.
Why is he the cutest dog that ever lived?
I don't know. Tucky.
Make him do something cute.
Tucky.
He's boring everyone.
Tucker Edward.
Oh God, look at him.
That was cute enough.
Yes, the dog has a middle name so that when we're angry at him, we can call him by his middle
I'm
name.
never angry with him. We're sometimes a little bit
You know
cross.
what I mean.
NECA Battle Damage Shredder, $25.
$25 on BD Shredder. BD Shredder. So, Chris, we play a 2nd edition game. Selena and I co-DM, which is
so much easier.
really awesome. I've never experienced 2 DMs from either side before, and it's freaking really cool.
I'm
I've done it
49
when
years old and I've never been DM'd by 2 people.
I've done it when I'm training. It helps when you're showing someone how to do.
Anyway, it's great because like if one of us doesn't feel like doing something, the other one will do it. Or like,
And we have
you know,
specialties.
Yeah, like, you know, this person's doing the math while this person's doing the NPCs.
It helps when they're all firing questions at you at once too.
Yeah.
NECA.
Is that a foot soldier?
It's an elite guard.
Elite guard.
Pretty good.
Footier than a foot soldier.
$40.
Well, he's probably an army builder, right?
Probably.
Yeah. These are cute. They're like in like little lunch boxes.
Lunch boxes, what?
It's got like a little handle on top. Like, I can't explain it. Jesse wants to know where Dead Shredder is from the original comic.
He's laying on the street somewhere.
Yeah, he's laying on the street somewhere in New York.
I had to. It was in my pocket and it was annoying me. Tucky's rabies certificate.
The dog doesn't have rabies. We're being boring again. At least go to camera 1 while we're being boring. We can take a minute. You know, do you want me to talk about our sponsor real fast?
Yes.
All right. So we are super stoked about It's a Toy Show. Selena, I think the It's a Toy Show splash is still up. You
Can we splash?
IATS splash.
I'm looking for it.
It's the third
list
one from
is
the
so
top.
long.
Not to be, not the one and only, the original. Not to be confused with any imitators. There's no Dr. Thunder here in the house. We're all Dr. Peppers here. It's a Toy Show will be May 25th from 9 to 3. It's going to be a fantastic time. Free to vend, free to attend, as always. The original, the one and only. That's long enough. We are super stoked to announce our first sponsor for It's a Toy Show this year. Blunt Force Consulting. Selena, you can go ahead and paste in Mike's thing again. Mike and crew at Blunt Force Consulting are freaking amazing. They have spearheaded some very successful Kickstarters for some nonprofits and businesses. They are fantastic at social media strategies and website design and fundraising and all kinds of really cool things.
He actually made some stuff for us.
Mike also created our little logo, dancing logo in the beginning there that you see. So you've seen his name on our credits every week. We are super stoked about the show. Thanks to Mike and crew at Blunt Force Consulting for sponsoring. They are covering a bunch of our marketing, obviously, and also the insurance for the parking lot. So if you have a nice, safe place to park your car for the show, thank Blunt Force Consulting for that. The show is free to set up at. It's free to come to. We do not make any money on our vendors or our attendees. The other side of that coin is that the show does cost money to produce. We have to pay for insurance. We have to pay for porta potties.
Extra staff.
We do have
Translation
to have some.
me.
I don't pay you. That's not fair. The costs associated with the show do rack up. So the fact that we have people that are willing to step up and sponsor the show, marketing. It's we want all the vendors to do a good time, to have a good time, and to make money. There are additional sponsorship opportunities available if you know a local business or not so local business that would like to get on the bandwagon. We would be happy to discuss that if you guys want to reach out. It is going to be a fantastic day. The only thing we cannot control, keep our fingers crossed, do our dance for rain. We just need to make sure we have a
Do our dance for no rain.
For no rain,
Yeah, the other way around.
We want to make sure we have do the best we can to make sure we have good weather. We do have a rain date. Rain date is the next day. That's Sunday. Hopefully we don't need it. We have never had to rain date the show. Once we were doing a yard sale and we rain dated a yard sale, but that was not the big show.
I was going to say, I don't remember the big show ever getting moved.
Big show. I think Frank had to rain date it once down at Richland. We've never had to rain date it here. Again, knock on wood. I don't want to say that.
I only went to it a couple times before you got involved with it.
It's a
But
toy show.
I did definitely go to it a few times.
I think this is like the 16th year.
It is, but we are the ones that started doing it on Memorial Day weekend. That
Yeah.
was never a thing. Frank did it in like July.
He did it in July. Yeah, it used to be in July because they tried to coincide it with Richland Day.
But then for some reason, there's other stores that want to do it on Memorial Day weekend on the same road as us.
It's funny how that
weird.
works. Yeah, 7 years.
Even when they would ask not to,
7 years.
they were like, "No, we're going to do it on the same day as you."
It's fine.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I know why.
Oh.
Ball hanging.
Yeah, why? Why would you
Ball
want
hanging.
to? If I say something like, "No, do it the next month, and I'll help you promote it," that way
everybody wins.
Everybody
the
wins,
vendors,
and
the vendors. The big thing is
Yeah.
the vendors having to choose where to go,
or the people spending money don't have to.
and people
Yeah.
having to budget
Yeah.
instead of being
They're
able to
spending
do
all
both.
the money with the vendors.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I
and
don't understand.
confusion's also a thing. But
Somebody does well with somebody behooves from that confusion. All right, so these are
it's
loyal
not Dr.
subjects.
Pepper. It's not Dr. Pepper. Loyal subjects.
No, Mr. Pig
Oh,
gets
hang on, I gotta
Dr.
switch cameras
Thunder.
again.
Loyal
you know,
subjects.
Mom, we want Farpoint. We got Farpoint at home. So if you want to go to We Got Farpoint at Home, that's on you. Most people are coming to the real one.
You're like, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. And then you're just like,
I
as
can't help
shitty as
it.
possible.
I can't help
Every
it.
year I always decide,
Rust
this
buckets,
year I'm going to go down and check
Might
out the
be.
other one, and I never do because I never get past, like when I'm doing the walk
You
around.
can stay here all day and still
Yeah,
find something
that's
new.
the whole thing. I never get past.
We're
the
actually
walk around.
adding something this year. We're doing a scavenger hunt
Yeah, we are.
to
We
keep
need
people
to-
on property.
We
first
need
of
to
all.
get that cohesed.
We absolutely
It's
do.
going to be a lot of fun, and there's going to be good prize at the end of it. We got the best food truck. I mean, we have all the reasons.
You're
are
like, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about
All
it.
right,
You still talk
these
about
are loyal subjects.
Really?
Figures.
Cool.
Yeah, you got Donatello, Leonardo, and Michelangelo.
And three of every turtle.
That's really cool. Yeah, it's weird
Every
that
set
there's
has
three.
three.
We've got Donnie, Leo, and Mike. Are we going to do this or
Yeah, I'm going to do
what?
20 each or all three for 50. These are awesomely articulated with all kinds of weapons
come
and
with so much
accessories.
stuff.
They're super cool. They're Nickelodeon style. They are awesome.
They are awesome. Even these are cool. Selena, I need a baby wipe.
Oh, what?
A baby wipe.
Are they back here?
They are.
You're sure?
I'm positive. I couldn't hear myself.
Oh, there they are.
I'm
Oh, they're
going to
back there.
pull this open for y'all. I love that this is like the mutant mobile.
It's it's so cute. It has a little handle. I can't kick this off.
This
I'm
is
not
the
even sick
Teenage Mutant
anymore.
Ninja Turtles Classic Cohort 4-pack.
Oh, it comes with everybody?
It has, I don't know, the classic cohorts. I think it comes with bad guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
wasn't me.
I think it comes with the bad guys. I think
fall
this is the
apart.
$80 one.
Classic cohorts. Ow.
$80. Still has its white sleeve.
Who's it come with?
I don't know.
I don't know. Somebody. Is this the
find
one?
out.
Selena, it comes with the classic cohorts.
Of course it
Yeah.
does.
You don't know who the cohorts are?
I'd Google it, but then I'd get
What kind of
distracted
turtle
and someone
fan are
would
you?
claim it. Someone would claim it while I'm distractedly Googling, and I'd
It's
miss it and get all I
Cowabunga
got.
Radical. It looks like, are you ready? It looks like it comes with, if I can tell by the pictures, Leatherhead, Foot Soldier, Mutagen Man,
And Wingnut? No.
You're
Yeah,
a-
Wingnut.
You're a
well,
wingnut.
yeah, and Wingnut. That's what it looks like to me.
I like that we don't even know what we're selling.
I'm not going to open it.
Neutrino's hot rod car?
I love the car. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool. And then this is the set of the, still, again, have the white sleeve for it. This is the Ninja Turtles Classic Collection Sewer Heroes 4-pack.
So that's going to be our turtles.
Actually, no, I believe
Sewer
it's.
heroes.
Oh wow, they're in
Is that
like
what they called your
superhero
gang in high
outfits.
school?
It's got to pop open so you can see what's in there,
It's
right?
taped closed, and I'm not opening it.
Yeah, break the seal. Oh, let
But
me
it looks
Google
like it's like Super Mike, like a super villain version of Bebop,
Okay.
Watch the thing
a
while I
super
Google it.
villain version of Rocksteady, and a super Leo.
I love that we don't even know what we're selling.
$40.
I didn't write that down. I probably should have.
Oh, well.
What was the other one? 80 and 40?
Yeah.
Sewer. And the other one was car, right?
Cohorts.
Yeah, I get the idea. This is cool. This is actually freaking awesome. This is so big, I don't think I'm going to have room on camera 2 for it.
That reminds me, I need a box. I need a big
I
flat
have
box.
lots of boxes. You can have as many boxes as you
I
want.
need a big flat box.
I have many boxes. You may have any box that you need.
It's got to be big and flat.
Okay? I'm sure I have a big flat box for you. Positive. I didn't price the Bug's Life. He's a
Like
little
the
strange.
size of like 3 or 4 board games.
I think it's like 25
3
bucks.
maybe.
All right. This is a vintage Mego.
On the card,
Barely.
Dr. McCoy.
Norm claiming the car turtle set.
Okay. So Norm, I don't think it comes with a car. I think the car is like the box, and I think there's 4 figures on cards inside here.
I'm gonna Google and just see what.
Yeah, I don't think there's a car in there. I think the box looks like they're in the car, but I think that they all.
It's just the figures in the pack. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
It's just
You
the
would be able to
4-pack.
fit 4 and I think they're all on cards. Like vintage style cards.
Yes.
So.
You're correct about who it comes with. It just comes with the 4. There's no actual.
Yeah,
car.
so let me know if you're still solid with that. The car is like the display box.
That's a really good price too.
$80 is
Yeah.
a move-it price.
Yeah.
I am aware.
Yeah.
Don't want to die with it. Vintage Mego. This is a left turn right here.
He knows, but it was easier for him to type claim card.
Oh,
Fair.
thank you. Listen, and we're not busting your chops. We always just want to be clear. And you were smart to do as little typing as possible.
Yes, very.
It's yours, Norm. This is Vintage Mego, Dr. McCoy, first version, I believe. They did a version later that the name is a little different. The card looks a little different. The bubble's different. This is a tortured card, though. Take the card out of equation here.
Yeah.
I'm not selling this as mint on card. I'm selling this as a gorgeous, untouched Dr. McCoy.
Complete.
Yeah. Go look it up. Go look it up.
Go look it up and come back.
Find
We'll
one.
wait.
Not discolored.
He's in
God,
fine shape.
he's
card,
mint.
His card is. It's hard to see with the glare there. His card is obviously very hammered. It's folded over.
Yeah.
The bubble has a hole in it.
Yeah, it's still here though. The card is still here.
Yeah. The card is still there. If you put that in one of those cases, it would still look all right, especially for the price.
Why does
But
McCoy look like Spock?
They all kind of. The sculpts are pretty good.
Actually, for back then, the sculpts are good, man.
Yeah.
You want a complete mint McCoy? $50. Now
Yeah.
go look online
That is a very good price.
for untouched Mego, vintage Mego. That's like from '75 or something.
Yeah. That is a very good price. What are we having for dinner? I could definitely eat.
What else we got going on?
We've got some Star Trek.
I've been wanting Taco Bell lately, but every time I go there, it's expensive and they're stupid, so they mess up the order. So I get mad.
I wouldn't want to go
It's
to
not
this
worth
one.
the money.
That's my point.
It's not. Listen, this one sucks. If we're going to Taco Bell, we gotta go all the way to Pleasantville.
I'm not going all the way to Pleasantville. I might go to Dollar General again though.
I want to go to Five Below. They're probably gonna be closed by the time we're done.
They close early. I mean, it's Sunday. Every place does.
Does this show up on camera too? Let's see.
Badly.
Go to
But yeah.
camera 1 then. That looks absolutely terrible.
I know. I'm trying to go to camera 1.
There you go. This is a Star Trek The Next Generation chess set. Now, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. It is not 3-dimensional chess, which I was expecting it to be. I'll actually show you. It is
We
just...
would have kept it.
I would have kept
What do you
it,
mean
yeah.
it's not 3-dimensional?
So in Star Trek, they play 3-dimensional chess, and there's 3 tiny chessboards like piled on top
Oh,
of each
okay.
other.
So it's not 3-tier chess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesse, do you like seafood? I love seafood. Justin hates seafood and does not eat it at
Yeah,
all.
Penelope and I are seafood eaters. Justin, not so much.
Give me some lobster. Give me a shrimp.
They
I'm
asked me
good.
where I wanted to go for my birthday one year. I, of course, immediately said Red Lobster. And Justin said, okay, that'll be perfectly fine. He went there and ordered a steak. And Rocky would like to claim the McCoy Mego if no one else has claimed.
Rocky, I'm sure you have it, but it's yours.
I just knocked everybody out of here. I just
Rocky
want to
knows
show
a good
you
price
guys.
when he sees it.
I just want to show you guys what. There you go.
Rocky is
Oh, that's neat. That is really cool.
So it's characters from
Oh,
TNG.
bingo.
It's characters from TNG, right? It's the same like 5 characters repeated, which is a little strange.
Yeah.
The sculpts are really cute. They have different paint schemes, so you can see like early season uniforms versus later season uniforms to differentiate the black and white. What do I have on this? I've got $50 on this. If you're picking it up, I'll
That's
do
it?
$40.
Wow.
If I have to ship it, it's $50.
heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
It is very heavy.
Plus the box is, I'm going to be weirdly outsized.
It's unused, right? Basically.
The instructions are still inside.
Seems
The
to
board
look
is still
like it.
inside. All the pieces are still there. I didn't break any when I knocked it over.
That always helps.
It's really cool. If I didn't already have a Lord of the Rings chess set, I would definitely be keeping this.
Rock playing McCoy.
All right, cool. Rocky knows a good deal on a good piece.
That's right in Rocky's wheelhouse too.
He's just cool. I love Star Trek, man. I just love Star Trek.
I'm gonna do a lot of like a fodder lot of GI Joes.
Okay, I'm gonna do these last two pieces that are not GI Joes. And then you can go on. Selena, this might look okay on camera too.
Alright, let's try it.
Or not. It could
It's okay. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. If you tilt it forward a little bit, you'll get rid of some of that glare.
I can't. It's on a thing. I can't do anything
I
else.
hate you.
That is a Star Trek Micro Machines Space Collection. 16 ship set. I've got $40 on that.
I think the tape is popped.
In that case, I have $30 on that. 30 American dollars. And I don't think I'm going to be able to make it if I go around the corner.
There's now Transformers Micro Machines.
Sorry, I'm spinning it away. And this bad boy, what's cool about these is that they're all pewter.
That's got a tilt.
Yeah, it can't. That's as far as it goes. 8 ship
You can't
set.
tilt it
Is
with
that
your
one
hand?
also open?
I don't think so. Not on this side.
It is. I got $20 on this one.
You can't tilt that forward with your hand a little bit.
I can, but then I have to hold it up. And
Oh,
it
poor
looks
you.
stupid and it'll fall out.
Yeah, they did definitely fall out, but they got a
$20. Alright.
Hal,
$20 for
plain
Hal.
metal Star Trek Micro.
Thank you, Hal.
Awesome. Hal, they're cool. That one just fell out of its spot, but it's still good.
It's my fault. I had them tilted to give you the better view.
You're all good. Alright, cool. Good claim. What does Justin have going on here?
I got a lot of Cobra Bazooka Troopers from 2008, 25th anniversary. Unfortunately, like, for some reason, this figure discolors pretty easily. There are many. They all have their helmets. Almost all of them have their web gear. A lot of them have their knives. There's one full back file card. There's one cut file card. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm selling on my army builders, but these just weren't nice enough to sell individually. But they're good enough to sell if you want like some dead soldiers or some army builders, or if you know a way to get the color back. I don't know if you just want to use their helmets or their heads, or it's worth it for $3 a piece, $33. You got 2 stands, 2 bazookas, a
What
bunch
are
of
they called?
knives, bazooka troopers,
Bazooka
11 of them.
Bazooka Trooper.
Yeah, $30. Don't worry about the 3. So it's less than $3 a.
Norm, claim Joe.
Thank you, Norm.
That was fast.
Can you guys even see them?
No.
Oh yeah, you stood some of them up.
Yeah,
okay.
you stood a couple of them up.
Yeah.
Norm was on that.
It's a great army builder lot.
Yes.
Sometimes the nature. Listen, toys were meant to be played with.
For
and
some
trashed,
reason, this kind of
basically.
plastic,
The nature of that kind of soft.
and it's really just the bazooka troopers that do
yeah.
it.
And is it just the arms too?
If that was a lot of
No,
random...
sometimes it's the legs. It's never the body though.
Because it's a harder plastic. It's made of different
Yeah,
plastic.
so it's either the arms or the legs.
If that was
Yeah.
a lot of random Imperials, I'd be all over it for that reason, even if they were like discolored and a little bit weird. Just for
Yeah, they're great for like
building.
background. Or,
Yeah. And if you're trying to do any sort of realistic war-looking setup, they're not going to be pristine.
Right.
And these guys are going through stuff out there.
Don't I know it?
So you got
Eh?
a Bug's
We don't want to
Life.
ship this thing, do we?
I mean, not if it's $20.
Yeah, I think it's
Well,
$25.
there's such a thing as local pickup only.
I
Is
hate
this
to
going to be
do
local
that.
pickup?
I hate to do that, but it's not
But
worth
you don't
shipping.
hate to do it as much as
This
you
is
hate
an
to
action
ship.
flick. Something they used to call me in high school.
Nobody
I gotta
called you
switch
that.
cameras.
Nobody ever called you that. No one ever called you that.
It's
Oh, he's so
a
cute.
big Bugs Life flick. $25. He's new in the box. I don't know what he does. My eyes blink.
Yeah, when
My
you,
hood moves. My antennas swing.
when you
I
push
say
his
30
acorn,
things.
The antenna
Push
swing.
my acorn. I say that all the time.
I was
Push
going
my
to say,
acorn.
it sounds
Push
like
my
something
acorn.
somebody said in a
Sometimes
bar
I can't
once.
find your acorn.
Excuse me?
Just kidding. I can
You
find
never have any problems.
It ain't
I know, I
lost.
don't. I
It
find
ain't behind the
your acorn.
couch.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I didn't even write them down. No one's gonna want by the acorn.
I have a bunch of.
Push
If,
acorn.
and if you guys haven't seen, if you're not in a VIP group, you definitely don't know. I have been blowing out a lot of my GI Joe army builders. Are any of you interested that you haven't seen it yet? I've put them on some Joe groups on Facebook, and I've also have them in the VIP group. But if any of you are on either of those places and you want to see some Cobra 25th anniversary army builders, let me know. I'll go grab some.
Cobra.
Right now, I have all the blue shirts are ready to rock and roll. I got
Norm
posted
is
on those.
interested.
All right, you want to kill some time real quick?
Kill some time. No, I do not.
Give me a hot 10.
I don't have a hot 10. I don't even have a cold 5. I got nothing. What else can I talk about? What else can I talk about? Somebody, let's do, I don't know. What else can I talk about? I've got nothing. He just ran off. Curious what you had left.
Well, we're about to find out.
I'm terrible when I'm just here by myself. I'm just not good.
Get Tucker. He's cute. Quick, he'll
Put him
distract
on
them.
go on camera 3. What's he doing?
Tuck.
Oh my god, look at him.
Oh, good. Let us stare at your butt.
X-Men 97.
Good
I don't want to talk about X-Men 97 because I got spoiled. We're now caught up, but I was completely spoiled. So I don't want to say anything that may spoil others. What I can say is that you should go watch X-Men 97. What is he doing?
He's looking for the treat I dropped that went
Did all
behind
that
his dog
sell?
bed.
Those didn't. No.
Tuck.
Alright.
This didn't. Listen, there's more games down here. I have a price.
Oh, we need stuff for this.
Yeah, I'm good.
Now he's going to eat his treat with his back to the camera.
That's
Silly
just
boy.
rude. We have not watched Fallout. Apparently it's really good and we need to watch it. Now that we're done X-Men, we can start Fallout. How many episodes is it? Is it all out?
Yeah, it all released
Is it
all
all
at
out?
once.
Yeah, I don't like watching shows until the episodes are all out. I don't have any patience anymore.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were trying to do with X-Men, Selena. We wanted to wait until it was all out and binge it,
Yeah.
but we got spoiled. I got spoiled.
I knew something was up. I'm not going to be specific.
Tuck it up.
All right, I'm going to start with just regular, generic Cobra Blue Shirt Troopers. Justin went very
Are
hard.
these going to be singles or are these going to be lots?
I'm going to do singles.
In that case, we need baggies.
I'll get baggies if need be. We'll ask Selena for some.
We will.
So I'm just going to put one up. I have 30.
Are they all identical?
Yep. They certainly are.
All
Hal's
identical.
got a good review for Fallout.
Some of these have been in the epic Transformers vs. G.I. Joe diorama. Some of these have just been in my warehouse waiting for me to do another gigantic diorama,
Someday.
which if I ever do, I'll just buy figures back again. But they're not just going to sit there waiting for me to use them, and I might not ever do it. I love these things. They're really hard for me to sell.
You like your car, though, too.
I do.
So that's kind of where we're at, yeah. I'm trying to spin
I get
past
way more
because I'm
joy
lazy.
out of my car these days.
Well, I mean, if you were driving like a Kia in all that traffic, would you have been absolutely miserable?
You know what was cool? One of the things about us driving, we took some back roads because the main road was really jacked up. So we drove some like Route 9, like, you know, one lane either way roads. And upstate New York, they must not get a lot of crazy traffic because the traffic was there and people were on their porches videoing and taking pictures of the traffic.
Yeah, people were literally like in lawn chairs
Now-
on their own front lawns watching the traffic go by.
Now think about that, and think about how they reacted after seeing 700 silver Hondas and
then
400 gray
Blue Kias.
Yeah, I don't want to say Subaru because my daughter drives them. And then all of a
Let's
sudden,
make it less common.
and then all of a sudden, this
Farpoint Interceptor shows up.
Beast Challenger, yellow,
Sounded
blue,
like
and red.
Sounded
So
like
that's why we were out of gas, because he's going
sounded like a wild
So
Every
there's
time.
kids. There's kids in the yards, and they're like playing swords with sticks. And as we go by, they drop their sticks and stare, and are like, "Oh my god!" So of course I have to rev it up for those kids. There were people that were like asking me to too.
Yeah, it was an interesting.
The car was like
experience.
really popular on this backed up road.
It was an interesting experience. Yeah, so Dan and Michelle they seem to not like the car color.
Well, that's fine.
That's okay. Dan, it's the same color as a pineapple. Why do you not like it? It's yellow.
The wrap is nice, but it'll be nice when it goes back to frog
No,
green.
it's
It'll
pineapple
be nice with
yellow.
this. All right, let me camera 2 real quick. This is just
I like frog green.
This isn't for all 3. I just want to show you that I have listen. I have 30, and they all have full back silver foil file
Yeah,
cards.
let's go to Dollar General again. I like going there and buying a bunch of things. I didn't
$10
need.
each.
Same.
You spend 20, you get free shipping. $10 each. Cobra Blue Shirt Troopers. They come with their gun, everything. They're complete. They get their stand, knife, gun, web gear, helmet. If you need Cobra armies, that's where it's at.
So what I'm saying is that you're one of those guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm one of those
In some
guys.
regards, my husband is one of those guys.
Yep. But more so, I'm the king of those guys. I'm not just one of those guys.
You know, can't you be cool?
I'm not one of those guys. I am that guy.
I was just gonna say.
Can't you be chill?
All those other guys are like, you're one of those guys.
You know,
Justin.
you always get on my case for being negative about things. Meanwhile, you're like, I'm the king of the world. I told them this and that.
Remember what happens when that sound is played?
Yeah.
Norm claiming 3.
What are they called again?
Cobra enemy. You know, so.
Oh, they're just troopers?
Yep. It's bad for the engine to do that. I'll tell you, honestly, Jesse, it's bad for the...
Are they
How?
teenage?
Yes.
How would like a trooper as well?
It's bad for the engine to be at a low idle for a long time, too. So, actually, it's better to rev it once in a while to get that oil pumping. And I was in traffic, so sitting there at a low idle all that time is not good.
Rocky said only you can be that guy.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
I don't know. Do you have baggies? You have no baggies.
I don't need to do it right this second.
I mean, I guess that's true. Give me the baggies.
I was just gonna wing them toward your face.
I'd prefer you not do that. I just kicked camera 3.
Uh-oh. Please hold.
It's fine.
It's...
There you go.
Okay.
I'm going to do a couple more.
I got baggies if you want to do it now.
Let me suit these dudes up.
We have a claim on 1 Cobra from our Ghostbusters, which if I recall correctly is Chris.
Somebody said something about kryptonite or...
Jesse said, yes, that's true. Engine idle is a muscle car's kryptonite.
It is. Wait a second. Somebody said something above there before. Oh, Jack said something about cutouts.
Sorry, I got distracted by the claim.
You have that, don't you?
No.
You need one of those things that lets you open up the exhaust before the muffler.
There's exhaust cutouts.
I don't. That's
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't know what any of that means.
It's cool.
It's car words.
Car words, yes, exactly. It's car words.
It makes it so it's like the exhaust comes right out after the headers. You know, Penelope, the headers.
The headers.
Doesn't that make it loud and
Yes,
the
insanely.
the headers, the footers.
loud and
what else?
pollutive?
It's insanely loud, Selena.
You don't want it to be insanely loud all the time. Sometimes you want to be subtle.
He never wants to be subtle.
want
There's
the
not much
option.
subtle about the car.
There's nothing
if I'm
much
honest.
subtle about my husband.
Yeah, but after dark when
What
you're
am I
trying to
about? You're right.
after dark
If
when you're
anything,
trying
I
to
am not
sneak
as
into-
subtle. Am I?
After dark when you're trying to
that
sneak
bad?
out of someone's
You're more
neighborhood or
subtle than
something.
I am, though, because like I'll just say shit to people. Like I'll just be honest and just say it.
How did I react today to someone who was like, "Oh, we're not," you know?
There was no subtlety there,
No.
not at all. To the point
Sometimes-
where even I walked away.
Sometimes
like,
I lack tact.
That's normally my department.
I have 3 of these complete with fullback foil file cards. These are Cobra Air Troopers.
What's he holding? Like a sickle of death or something?
He's holding a gun that's attached to his jetpack. He's super awesome.
I'm just yawning
Oh, I'm
away
seeing
here.
the easel. I thought he was holding the edge of the
$11
easel.
each. These are rarer than the other ones. Obviously, I have 3. That's it with fullback file cards.
I'm doing a Justin today. I'm just sitting here yawning away.
I would prefer to be doing a tucky curled up in my bed.
What are these called? Air Troopers?
Air Troopers.
Ringing a bell for Norm, claiming 2.
My man.
They were 11.
Norm knows
Yep.
what he likes. He's army building over
I
here.
will. And these are all from the. They come with a certificate from the Justin Schuyler Daniels.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
I'm not printing out certificates. That's
Yeah.
where I draw the line.
At least you bought a printer finally.
Yes, we finally have a printer.
Yes.
What did you end up getting?
I got an Epson ET2400. I didn't realize until after I bought it that the paper feed is in the back.
That's annoying.
The rest of these are all just different versions of Cobra Troopers, so there's nothing really different going on here. I'm not going to even bother. That's good enough for today, folks.
Ghostbusters, Chris would like to claim the last Air Trooper.
Thank you.
And back to the car talk, Jesse said his brother's 74 Trans Am is set up to run a quarter mile, and that's not something that should sit in traffic too many times, pushing it in slow-moving traffic.
Correct.
I can't even imagine shoving the car. Supersaurus Rex would like to know if there's any hazard vipers banging around.
So, not in this. I haven't processed them yet. I definitely have some. Definitely.
Are they in the orange? Or yellow?
They're orange.
Yeah, I thought so.
I definitely have some out in the warehouse. They will be coming up. But VIPs will get them, see them first. I'm not sure when I'll get to that.
Michelle, a friend of mine, turned me on to the Eco Tank. I'd never even heard of them before. And I'm picky, so it had to be black because it had to match the computer and everything. Because I'm that bitch. So I found a black one, and I was surprised to learn the entire line, because of the nature of the tank, the ink tank, they can't have the paper in the front feed like in a tray. It has to come through the back. So that was a little obnoxious, but other than that, so far I'm enjoying it. It's a good printer.
All right, last thing I want to talk about real quick.
Any of the camo pants ones left?
Jack,
I think so, but they're not. Go on to. I'll have to do math, Jack. Find that post in the VIP group, and say you want one or whatever, and I will see what's left, and you'll get it. Definitely some have sold. Actually, I can look.
I was going to say, Jack's a VIP. That means we're taking the extra effort, because that's
Hold on,
the whole VIP
I can look
deal.
right now, actually, Jack. I'll go to the VIP group. Give me a second.
This is that
Norm has an A-Team van replica? Wow.
Oh, I
that's
love the
cool.
A-Team van.
What,
Norm,
real
that's
life?
awesome.
Like a 1/1 scale?
He's talking about
3D
idling
stroker.
He's
Yeah.
talking about idling it, so...
Oh, Norm, that's awesome. So you know what
How
3D stroker is?
Norm, how far are you
I was
from
going
the
to say, how
store?
have we never seen this?
Because Norm, I don't know how close you are to where we are.
So a 383 Chevy, it's a GM that truck. It's a
okay, just interrupt
it's
me.
a
It's fine.
Vandura. 383 stroker is a 350 that has a stroker kit.
It has 33 more than the 350.
Yeah, but it's a 350 block.
Norm, you should come up
What
for the
does it
show,
stroke?
the toy show, and we'll give you a space to like be cool out in the front.
Stroke is how long your piston does this, Selena.
Oh, okay.
I still don't understand.
I do
Is
a
that how
little
many
bit.
seconds? 383? It forces more gas in or air?
Camo pants.
I know nothing about cars.
Yeah, Jack, I think I have the 4 left that had file cards. They were 24 each. All the ones with no file cards sold. So there are 4 left at 24 each.
Dan, don't encourage him.
I tagged you in the
Oh
post.
my gosh, you're all the way in
Oh,
Arkansas?
that
Yeah,
would be-
that is
would be
quite
why
a
we haven't
drive.
seen it yet.
All right, well, next time we're out that way, Norm, we
What's
will
it-
stop and get pictures with your
What's
van.
it get miles per gallon?
Oh god, 7?
What, the 383 stroker he's
Yeah,
got?
4.
Let me guess.
He
12.
said that's quite a bit of a drive. Are you buying the gas? So I asked him what his miles per gallon is.
So, I just got these. And I just want to talk about... this is a... Let's do a... what do we call it when we talk about toys that just came in and stuff?
We have things that are going to be for sale.
No, it's
No,
going to be for
it's
sale.
a segment. Things that came in the store of
We're
encounters.
just
at
talking
Farpoint.
about things.
Well, it's not Encounter at Farpoint. It's not Encounter
Well,
at
Life,
Farpoint.
Liberty, and Pursuit of Plastic.
We did that already.
I said 12. 11.
Yeah.
We
11
have another
miles.
one. We have from Retro to right now. Do you
11
want to just
miles
talk
per
about
gallon
these?
Yeah.
from.
Selena, do from Retro to right now. It's there somewhere in the
where
line.
is it?
I don't know. There you go. Keep going. It's third from the bottom.
Yes, it's third from the
Hey, Bill, thank you for the stand. We're going to use that ourselves. Nintendo.
It's
And our
under the
video game
cameras.
display.
You have to drag it on top of the cameras. Never mind. It's fine.
I absolutely hate you.
Is that gonna work? There you go.
Hey! Retro! To right now!
We're gonna talk about more stuff.
So when they announced the classified line years ago, this is what I expected. And this is what I wanted. And that first wave sucked. The Duke sucked.
The colors were so
The
bad.
Scarlet sucked.
They're
The
like
molds.
neon yellow.
Well,
Terrible.
they had like weird boots and
the
they were like
boots were bad.
futuristic.
Yeah.
And they
He did say
finally
boots.
understand
Boots.
that this is what the collectors want. They don't want something that looks like a modern video game because it ain't kids collecting these. Kids don't care at all about G.I. Joe. Unless you're raising your kid to want to. Like, regular kids aren't discovering
Why would you
G.I.
check
Joe
that?
on their own. I just want to say how awesome these are. I'm so happy with these. I can't wait to figure out how to display them with my vintage collection somehow.
Oh no.
Because these are like 25th anniversary scaled up. You can go to one now. And that's what I always wanted out of G.I. Joe Classified is that right there. Just so awesome. I just wanted to say that. I just got them in the
Bring
mail.
up that thing that Bill made us. Bill, it was really sweet of you to drop that off. I hope you spent your Tucky Bucks, which were your hard-earned VIP Tucky Bucks.
Wait, he made this?
He made that, yeah. He made it for us.
He said he can make a bunch of them if it would help you organize the game cabinet. Hard to see the ones in the back.
But you can't see prices.
He can make risers for them, too.
We'd have to do, like, stickers in the front or something? I don't know.
Well, you can't see the prices when they're stacked either.
It's true.
Wow, these are awesome, man. We were just going to keep this for our personal collection, but... well, let's talk about pricing. I'm interested.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah,
I think they're really cool.
Now I see that it's 3D printed. This is a lot of printing.
I think it would make the case look great.
It would. Bill, this is awesome. I thought this was like a vintage thing that like you had laying around.
Yeah, I thought it was like a thing that they sold back in the day.
It says Super Nintendo, but it fits regular NES games
or
too.
like a piece
They
of...
just fit because I crammed them in there. It's not really meant for
I thought
them.
it was
It's
like
meant for Super Nintendo.
I thought it was like a store display from back then, that kind of thing.
They kind of fit, but
They
Super
fit good
Nintendo
enough.
actually fit.
Phil
in there.
said we can work out a trade or something.
I
Cool,
love it.
man.
Man,
Cool.
thank you.
Yeah.
Rob said he'd buy it.
What else we got going on?
I don't know. That's all I feel like selling right now.
Yeah, we're going to Dollar General. I think that's our big excitement for the evening.
What's the Dollar General?
I don't know.
It's just a store.
It's just somewhere to go.
What do
I
you
don't
want to
know.
do for food?
I don't know. You just said you weren't hungry.
I might do what we did with Kerry. That was kind of enjoyable. Or send you guys on that trip.
Yeah, we could go there and then go to Dollar General.
Yeah.
Go where?
So I don't want to blow up our spot, but
Then don't say it.
well, the other night our friend Carrie was by the house,
I miss
and
Carrie. I don't see Carrie that often anymore.
and it was time for us to eat, and I was like, I want a sub, but like, dude, the three of us going out somewhere,
that
it's
spot.
gonna be like
Okay, I
$80
know where-
or something.
I know where you mean now.
I don't think you do. Like, it's gonna be like
Yeah,
$80, like
not-
just going out. And he's like, you know what? Do you have an Acme around here? Now, for those of you who aren't local, Acme is not just where Wile E. Coyote gets all of his stuff. It's a supermarket chain.
Or is
Here in the Northeast.
or for you like
Publix,
or for you like Philadelphia Italians, Acme.
Acme.
Yeah, it's a thing.
He's like, so the Acme has these $5 subs.
Footlongs.
It's like a half sub, and it's $5, and it's for what you're paying. It's a fantastic sub. Wow.
What's the
All
price
right.
on the classified Scarlet, please, for how?
Oh, it's not for sale.
Not for sale.
okay.
He just wants to
No, I
talk
was
about it.
just wanted to
You're
talk about
showing
something I
off.
just
Yeah.
got for my collection.
So, like, our new thing is to get subs at Acme. They're, like, pre-made. Yeah. That's cool. Bill, we don't do repro on purpose. Like, we weed it out when we get it in. We destroy it when we get it in.
What I like
actually.
about 3D printing, Bill, is stands
Stands are cool.
and display things. I love that kind of
Like
stuff.
that for the
I have
games.
a-
That's fantastic.
I have a couple of repro staffs for my collection,
I'm
but
just gonna shake my
they're
hand at you.
but they're tagged. Like in that box, there's a whole little like a red sticker that says no, like this is repro. Like don't accidentally make a mistake.
Repro is very fishy, and unless it's obvious, like it's bright neon green
Different
instead
color.
of brown or whatever
Yeah.
color it's supposed to be. I wear a no repro store.
And I'm a no repro collector.
Yeah,
Bill.
no.
I appreciate the thought, but
Yeah.
I don't do that
I'd rather
because
have an incomplete
here's the
piece.
problem with that. When I go, or Penelope and I
I got a Yoda
go to see an
cane.
eclipse and our
That's
plane
pretty cool.
crashes on the way or something, or like the rapture happens. When Skylar goes to sell all this stuff, I don't want people finding. She doesn't know any different.
That's
I
why
don't
mine
want
are,
people finding repro parts in with our stuff.
That's why mine are literally.
And
red
that's what
flagged.
happens. Like, I know collectors do it, and it makes us feel better because it looks complete. But then that person passes, and somebody comes in here with their yak face,
And we have to tell
with a
them
repro.
this is fake, and they're like, "What do you mean? My
Yeah.
uncle loved this."
and that's
stuff."
how repro makes it into the marketplace, and people don't realize. Either there's two things: they don't realize it, or they're trying to get over, which really sucks.
Yeah, it's,
It is what it is. It's never going to go away.
It's never
now,
going
3D
away.
printing.
it's only,
like
there's
AI,
only gonna
it's
get
never-
more.
And if you
there's
know
only
what to
gonna get
look
more of
for.
it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You have to know what to look for.
Remember,
But yeah, I'm really happy with these classifieds. They're really cool. Thank you for buying our GI Joes.
we spent that whole evening sitting there testing all those accessories that one night.
If you're a VIP, expect more Joes coming. I got more blue shirts coming probably tonight or tomorrow.
So what else? What else do we have on the horizon?
We got a
We've
big
got-
toy show
We
coming
have a
up.
giant. Selena, slap that logo back up. That toy show splash. May 25th, 2024, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Free to attend, free to vend.
There are still
The
some
one-
vendor spots left because there's no such thing as
What are you gonna say?
what's the word for people like there's no
Selena, you can take this.
I can't think of the word.
What are you trying to even articulate here?
You know, what's the word for people like they've been with you forever, but like as soon as they jump ship. There's
Fair weather vendors.
Yeah.
It's not even that. We're still in very fair weather. Trust me.
Oh no, we are fair.
No rusty buckets down here, man.
But
no duck decoys.
They don't have any
Quack.
I forget the word. They don't have any
Loyalty.
loyalty. Thank you. No loyalty. And you know what? That's their problem. You know what I mean? Like
no, I'm not sure. What?
Well, so the other place is
Tell
making
me
people
more.
choose.
Yeah.
And if you choose, that's on you. That's you. If you choose, that's on you.
You have the experience.
You have made
choose.
your choice.
It's troubling to me to be good.
You made your bed.
It's troubling to me to be good to people, and then have people be shitty.
Oh well.
It sucks to be on top.
It does.
Can't we just be crappy duck decoy people?
You know, maybe there was a
Not
time
care?
we were, but not really because we've always been very. We've always been like ahead of the curve with like pushing things, and we really have. We were definitely first to do any kind of live.
I love
thing,
that
so.
every stream we do has to end with us talking about how great we are.
We're awesome.
Well, I mean, we are pretty awesome.
I'm that guy. I'm that guy.
What does that make me?
I heard that there's
That's why
there's another toy store up the street that's going to be doing live claim sales, and they have a guy named Boo Shancouver.
They have a guy named Duncan Idaho.
All right, we love you all. Thank you for hanging with us. Spread the word.
Listen, if you want to set up at the show, please shoot us. We'll get you a link. There's a form to fill out. If you are concerned about not having enough space, let us know. We can accommodate. Within reason.
Yeah.
I also
let us
need.
know.
I need some volunteers to help me with the yard. Local volunteers to help me.
What do you mean by that?
To help me
Park
cars and put people in their spots and make sure things are cool.
So you don't mean do yard cleanup, leaves, or
No.
something?
I mean
You mean
day of.
directing traffic.
Day of. I need some
Because
yard.
there's going to be a lot of moving vehicles on this property at the
Yep.
same time.
Yeah.
Someone needs to coordinate them. That
Thank
person
you for hanging.
is not me. Because
You guys been awesome.
We're out of here. I'm gonna go eat a $5
I'll
sub.
keep
I
you
actually
driving
can't
to
wait.
each
It
other.
was really good. That's it. That's all I got. He hates it when we don't end, so we're gonna end.
Yeah, we sure are. So
Bye.
I find that there it is.